Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 512, live. Welcome to YTD World War III, episode number 29, and we've got wall-to-wall championship action tonight. There's going to be junior championships on the line. There's going to be a couple title matches. It is going to be an intriguing evening, as well as a fire in-ring evening as well, because the action is going to be off the hook tonight. We're going to kick things off with a badass matchup, and we've got the re-debut, of course, of a certain superstar today at YTD Darkhold. He's going to be here again this evening to challenge the one Elijah Archer in a last man in hell matchup. So that's going to be very interesting. Archer just won that title. Now, he did defend it. He just defended it on Genesis. But now he's going to put the title back up at the line. Opponent. It is going to be a fire evening, so hang tight. It's going to be a thrill ride, but of course we're going to have a look at the dirt sheet. There's some interesting stuff going on there. I mean, apparently, Matt Riddle feels like he was sexually assaulted, and so we're going to have a look at that. Interesting comparison, CM Punk being compared to the Ultimate Warrior after AEW backstage fiasco. We're going to have a look at that, of course. Apparently there was discussion of a Demon Finn versus the Fiend matchup. That would have been badass, so I want to check that out as well. Other news as well, I mean, Umaga's other son, Zillafatu, parted ways with Reality of Wrestling Promotion, so we're going to have a look there and see what's going on. So lots to talk about there. I do have a list for the evening. It's a list from a couple shows ago. We just have not gotten to it yet. So we are going to get to that tonight as well. Not sure if I'm flying solo for the whole show or if somebody will join me at some point. That's, of course, up to them. But nonetheless, the host of the most is going to get the show on the go here in just a few moments. But we're going to kick things off with a look at exactly why it is that Matt Riddle feels he's been sexually assaulted. So this is WrestlingNews.co. So Matt Riddle says he was sexually assaulted. This is by Paul Davis. Matt Riddle took to Instagram last night to make the claim that he was sexually assaulted while at JFK Airport in New York. Riddle also posted a photo of the officer who he said committed the assault. The post has since been deleted. This is what Riddle wrote last night, and this is a quote. Nothing like being sexually assaulted by an officer and harassed at the JFK airport. No means no, and just because I'm nice doesn't mean yes, asshole. Don't know their Twitter or Instagram handles, but I took pictures. Normally I'm like, whatever, but today was really weird and uncomfortable, and they made a point to make me feel small and useless. Definitely one of the most uncomfortable travel days I've ever had. Thanks, New York City. You're so progressive and accepting. Riddle himself was accused of sexually assaulting independent wrestler Candy Cartwright in an incident that allegedly happened in 2018. Anyways, interesting that he has since deleted the post. I'm kind of curious what exactly transpired there. I mean, there must be video footage of the incident taking place. I mean, I actually don't know if there would be or wouldn't be, but I'm assuming if they're at an airport, there's probably surveillance. Sir Jack is in the house. What's going on, Jack? Of course, we were chit-chatting pre-show and discussing a few things, some concerning the show today, some concerning last night's show, and other things as well. We did discuss the whole Matt Riddle. Well, we didn't discuss it, but I did mention to Jack that Matt Riddle felt like he was sexually assaulted, and that we were going to dive into that article and see what that's all about. But the other article that really intrigues me for the evening, though, is the whole comparing CM Punk to the Ultimate Warrior. Because when I first saw that, because I haven't read it yet, when I first saw that article and I said that, and I saw that the title said Ultimate Warrior comparisons between himself and CM Punk were made after the AEW backstage fiasco. So that's interesting. That's a very interesting comparison. I'm not sure how one would draw that comparison. I mean, I guess we're going to find out. I know we all know the Ultimate Warrior at times, well, most often when he first debuted in the WWE or WWF at the time, etc. He was difficult to work with, and he had a very large ego, and I mean, he very quickly rose to the top of the food chain and got over with the fans and was one of the most recognizable people on the planet for a certain amount of time, right? So I you know, that's probably hard to handle. He was fairly young at the time. Not young enough that he should have known better, to be fair. It's not like he was in his early 20s or anything and just getting into the business. But in any case, we all know that he was difficult, and people like Andre the Giant had to deal with him at times, etc. So maybe it's that, but certainly nothing else. Certainly nothing else, I wouldn't think. But anyways, let's have a look at the Matt Riddle incident and see what's going on there. No, we already did that, sorry. Let's see what the CM Punk comparison's all about. So this is ringsidenews.com. Subberjeet Mukherjee's the one that published this particular article. And again, it is CM Punk compared to the Ultimate Warrior after AEW backstage fiasco. So CM Punk's reputation precedes himself as he has managed to destroy his reputation in the span of just 1 year. All of his... now that depends on who you speak to, of course, whether or not you feel that way, but... all of this resulted in him getting fired from AEW last weekend. It appears Kevin Nash compared him to the Ultimate Warrior. CM Punk has never failed to burn bridges with many companies he has worked with, as controversy always follows him every step of the way. He was fired from AEW last week after a lot of drama, and now reports have suggested he wants to return to WWE. Now, I did, of course, foresee that one coming. So, but anyways, the Second City Saint is branded as cancer in the pro wrestling business. While speaking on his Clip This podcast, WWE Hall of Famer Kevin Nash was asked about Punk returning to WWE. Nash compared CM Punk to the Ultimate Warrior after the AEW backstage drama he caused. He said he's already put himself on the mantle right next to the Ultimate Warrior. Go shake the ropes, buddy. You punched Luke Perry's son, sucker punching his son. Ringside News also exclusively reported that CM Punk wants fans to believe WWE is an option for him, and CM Punk chants also broke out during the WWE Superstar Spectacle event. We will have to wait and see what becomes of the Second City Saint in the end. I mean, I'm not surprised CM Punk chants broke out. I mean, they're going to, because right now everything is unknown. And he is showing obvious interest in returning. There's been even certain people within WWE that see, obviously, potential to make, the possibility of doing business with him again. Some people really like him, some people don't. Some people are on the fence. But at the end of the day, and again, you got Survivor Series coming up, and I believe it's in Chicago. So, I mean, there's a lot that could go down in the next 6, 7, 8 weeks. And I'll be interested to see what... Now, I believe that we just heard or read recently that he's probably going to make an appearance in Impact Wrestling as well. Now, again, look at the last few people that showed up in Impact Wrestling. They eventually ended up in WWE again. So again, they heavily watch those guys, much like they used to with ROH. But there, especially in the Knockouts division. And again, I've said it time and time again, the Knockouts division pretty much carried that company for a long time. It's always been very good in-ring action with the Knockouts. Their women's division is second to none, really. AEW was doing well with their women's division, but then they just kind of stifled it. I mean, they stopped giving them appropriate amounts of time to work storylines, angles, build new feuds and rivalries. And then eventually you just ended up with 2 championship belts that weren't doing anything. At least nothing intriguing or entertaining. So in-ring WWE star returns to in-ring action. This is from WrestlingNews.co, Andrew Ravens. So WWE held an NXT live event on Saturday night from Melbourne, Florida, where one star returned to in-ring action after being sidelined with an injury. That star is Ariana Grace, real name Bianca Carelli, who was back in the ring in a singles match where she lost to Fallon Henley. Her last match was October 7th episode on NXT Level Up. She has been sidelined with a torn ACL where she underwent surgery that same month. While away from WWE, she finished top 20 in the Miss Universe Canada competition. She indicated in August that she had started taking bumps again. Before she was sidelined, she was regularly featured on NXT TV before her injury. Grace is the daughter of former WWE star Santino Marella. I mean, I did know she was sidelined. I can't. It's interesting how they'll, bring stars like her back and just have them lose their return matches. It's funny. Whatever happened to wrestlers coming in, and whether it's their debut or re-debut, been gone for a month, whatever. You always come back and won that match. Nowadays, they don't mind just throwing you under the bus. It's interesting. So Finn Balor had said that he and Bray Wyatt discussed a Demon versus Fiend match. This is WrestlingNews.co, Michael Schrute. So it says, Finn Balor wrestled Cody Rhodes in a street fight at Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Uniondale, New York last night. Prior to the show, he appeared on Cheap Heat with Peter Rosenberg to promote the event. Balor was asked the differences between televised and non-televised events. He says, and this is a quote, Nassau Coliseum is such a great venue. There is so much great wrestling history there. Of course, the fact is WWE event is non-televised, makes it so much more enjoyable for the talent involved there. We're not under any kind of time restraints with regards to TV events, so this is a real fun event, especially for us and for the fans. Hopefully I can pull it a victory in this street fight against Cody Rhodes. It's non-televised events, a lot more relaxed from the top to the bottom. And TV days, we have to get there at 2 live event shows that are non-televised. Normally, we're expected to get there at 5:30 if it's a 7:30 show, but sometimes I might be a little late for that. I feel the main difference is just the energy in the building. It seems to be a lot more intimate. That's not the sense of it being a smaller venue. It just means like there's a lot more fun interaction between the talent and the fans. So for me, it feels a lot more personal, a lot more intimate. It's what I started in this wild industry for, and it's why I continue to do it to this day. It's really what I love. Finn on if he enjoys being a heel more than a babyface. He says 752 times better. Yeah, I'm just out there having a wild time, really enjoying myself, letting them go, and kind of feeling it in the moment. Sometimes there will be a negative reaction, sometimes there'll be a positive reaction. And that's what we have to kind of work off. It's been a lot of fun for me since turning heel, so to speak. On the death of Bray Wyatt, he said, and this is a quote again, yeah, it was a pretty somber atmosphere in the locker room. I had a couple days following the news. A lot of us attended a ceremony in Florida yesterday, celebrate Bray's life. And, sadly, that seems to be happening far too often in the business, losing people so young. But hopefully we can continue to make Bray proud. I'm sure that's what we would want, and that's what we intend to do in Nassau. Obviously, I've had the opportunity to work with him a lot as Finn versus Bray, as the Demon versus Bray, as Finn versus the Fiend. The one thing that I'm sad we never got to do was the Fiend versus Demon match, and that was something that we talked about at length. We were kind of hoping that was going to happen eventually, but, it's not to be. Going back to the show must go on. If something was to happen to me, I want you guys to know that I want the show to go on, and I'm sure, knowing Bray as well as I do, he definitely wanted the show to go on, and then that's what we've done for him. On DJ McDonough, he said, and this is another quote, this kid walked into my gym in Ireland when he was 12 years old and said, hey, I want to be a wrestler. I thought you're a little young, but let's get to work. So I've known JD since he's 12 years old. He's had my back that long, 20 years, counting. I've got his back. He's not a fully fledged member of the Judgment Day. It's something that I've kind of been pitching to Damien and the gang. They're not fully convinced yet, but, I think I can wear them down, and they'll continue, and eventually. But, right now, I would call JD an associate. So that's interesting. I mean, what do you guys think of J.D. McDonough eventually becoming a part of the Judgment Day? Yo, Life is Great is in the house. DJ Snowman in the house. What's going on, guys? What's new and exciting? Welcome in. What's everybody up to? Just getting into the dirt sheets a little bit. But what's new and exciting? What's going down? What's going on in Snowmanville? And by the way, DJ, did you happen to see that DJ Snowman did actually debut at YTD Dark today, as did Lillian Frost. Or Lila Frost. It is Lila Frost. My apologies. Both had their debuts today in YTD Dark. In addition to 2 debuts, we did have a re-debut. And, of course, I'm not going to give away too much because we do have a very special match to start the show. The two gentlemen that are going to start the show tonight have a long history. They have gone to battle time and time again in tag team contests, singles contests, for championships. No belts on the line. They've had a long history of feuds and great battles together. He returned as well at YTD Dark, but he's back tonight to challenge the one Elijah Archer for the Legends Championship. And, of course, he was inducted into the Archiverse Hall of Legends at the last Hall of Legends show. Incidentally, we are going to be discussing having another award show soon. Because it was so long, it took us almost 3 years and 4 eras later before we actually did an award show and inducted people into a Hall of Legends, which is, of course, our version of the Hall of Fame. So we did say that in 4 to 6 months we were going to do another one and get some more deserving people inducted into the Hall of Legends. So we are going to be discussing that in the near future, likely sometime after TWA Revolution. So yeah, there's that too. But again, that superstar he re-debuted today. He'll be here tonight to challenge the one Elijah Archer in a last man in hell matchup for the Legends Championship. So it's going to be a banger tone setter for the night, and it is wall-to-wall championship action tonight. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're actually going to get to the first match of the night here in just a little bit. Life says, just practicing lines again. It is 2 weeks away, and I'm a panicked little monster. I mean, Life, I'm sure you'll do great. I'm sure you'll do fantastic. But yeah, so DJ, did you happen to see DJ's debut match today? Cracking Skulls? Made it. I didn't get notifications. How dare YouTube? How dare YouTube? Now, did you see the YTD Dark match, Kraken? Did you happen to watch that matchup? The return of a certain individual that's, of course, here tonight to challenge the one Elijah Archer for the Legends Championship. Last man in hell, that's how we're starting the show. It is the tone setter of the night.
Actual play.
Life says, I'm sure too, but it's my first actual play. Well, it's good to have a certain fear and a little bit of nerves to help keep you on your toes and keep you at the top of your game. Sometimes when you get too comfortable or too complacent, that's when, problems can sneak in and cause you some issues. So I think you're excited. It's your first play. You want everything to go right. Probably perfect, but, nothing's perfect.
Yet myself, will have to.
DJ says, I haven't seen it yet myself. I'll have to. Okay, so Kraken and DJ both have to watch their matches from YTD Dark earlier today. They're absolutely fantastic. And by the way, DJ Lila Frost did make her debut as well. She did. She did indeed.
But
anyways, Life says I started with the Troop in 2019, and the first play I was going to be in was about a month away from going live in 2020, but then the world shut down. Oh, goddamn. Yeah, I mean, a lot of bad things happened during that time period. A lot of bad things. Sent the world into a spin, a spiral, if you will, even. Not even a spin, a spiral. We had a 3-year hiatus, and we're back now. Well, that's fantastic. I mean, at least you're there again. At least you're doing, right? You didn't just talk about it. You didn't just think, hey, maybe we should go try out for a stage play. You did it. You showed up. You were selected to be part of the stage play, and you're gonna kill it. You're gonna kill it. Kraken says I've had 2 items vanish from my house, and I don't know where they went. One is my box cutter. You're missing a box cutter?
Yup.
Life says, yup, and somehow I got the lead role. It's terrifying. Well, yeah. But, I mean, think of it this way. I mean, Life is Great is in the starring role. Right? So all your hard work is paying off. whether it be from the past. It didn't matter the world shut down. You were still in the process of doing things, and you were doing what you love to do and what you want to do.
Emoji sleeping face.
It's a different world now, and now you're able to not just have dress rehearsals and practice your lines and get ready for that play. You're going to go live. The world is not shutting down. You are going to go live, starring role. Life is great. Gonna kill it. Yes, she is. Honeybee Wrestling in the house. What's going on, Honeybee? Off to bed soon is Honeybee Wrestling. That is okay. There's always a VOD. That is never an issue. Ever. Yes, I don't want anyone hitting her.
3.
Oh, getting hurt just in case it's open. Right, gotcha. Oh, you're thinking maybe one of the kids seen it and decided to swipe it, maybe? Life says, thank you, Archer. I mean, you're welcome. You're always welcome. It is what we do here. We support each other. Doesn't matter if it's Twitch, YouTube, real life situations at hand, opportunities. Just need to talk. I mean, we're all here for that. That's what makes us such a great community.
Thanks.
So yeah, Honeybee, it's late for you. It is what? Almost 2 o'clock in the morning for you, I'm guessing.
They know
So
not
it's
to
almost
mess
Betty
with
by
it.
time.
It just vanished. Shit like this
10:30? Oh yeah.
around our house.
Jesus, I'm thinking it's later than it is. I just realized it's only 20 after 5. That is funny. All right, anyways, you guys are in early. We've been talking for a little while. We're going to talk more and get into the dirt sheets. We have a list. But let's get the show on the go. YTD World War III, episode number 29. TWA, episode number 512. It is showtime and go time. Let's get things going. Continue to add fuel to the fire that is the road to TWA Revolution, because that is going to be an absolute thrill right in itself. What an epic that's going to be. And, of course, the single best stream preview of the fall. We mustn't forget that. But here we go. Time to get the ball rolling. It is time to turn and burn. And ladies and gentlemen, the first match of the night, it is the return of Team Kraken Skull's own, the Nightmare Damien, former multiple-time tag team champion, world champion. He has been a long-time member of TWA. Now he's going to take over YTD World War III. He already debuted earlier today, YTD Dark, and now he is back tonight to throw down a challenge to his old rival. And again, they have been through many battles before, tag team matches, singles competition, titles on the line, no titles on the line. They have a long rivaled history. So this matchup should be a banger. It is the Nightmare Damien versus the one Elijah Archer. It is a last man in hell matchup for the Legends Championship. Tone setter of the night. Let's rock and roll. All right. Let's see.
The following contest.
They know how to mess with it. It just vanished. Shit like this happens to rando shit around our house. Why? What else goes missing? Other than your box cutter. They just take random shit. I mean, it's clearly got to. I mean, do you have pets? They could knock things over and push them under couches, tables. You know, you never know. Blame the dog. I don't know. But I'm assuming you're thinking it's the kids fucking around with you. Is what I'm guessing. So anyway, Life, what's exciting you most about the upcoming play? Is it because you're in the starring role? The people you're around, you really enjoy being with, and you work well as a unit, and everything just comes together when you guys are going over your lines and getting ready for the play? Or just the sheer fact that you get to be on stage? Everybody else has different reasons. And of course, you can also cross it off your bucket list. That and starring role. all at the same time. It's kind of, that's a double whammy. My son's TV remote sometimes cords. I don't think it's the kids. I have cats and I'm looking under the couch.
For the occasion, I didn't realize they made nerd costumes.
That's hilarious. What kind of cats do you have? What kind of kitty cats do you have? Not that it matters. All cats are menacing and they will fuck with your shit. They will fuck with your shit because cats are devious. Cat lovers are all convinced that their cats love them. Your cats tolerate you, and as long as you do what they want, they'll be somewhat nice to you. If you don't, they will tear your shit apart.
It makes them super happy to act.
They will tear your shit apart. Life says, so two of my best friends are running the drama troupe, and I mainly joined because they needed people. It makes them super happy to act. I didn't expect the lead role when I auditioned. Kraken says, two different types of calico.
The title is on the line here tonight.
And I know my cat hates me. Yeah. Why? Like I said, cats are devious creatures. I mean, you know what? They're also a lot of fun in many ways, right? But cats are devious. They just pretend to love you. The moment you don't give them what they want, it's all over. It is all over. And good luck regaining the little tiny morsel of trust they had for you. They're going to shit on your pillow when you're not looking. But at the same time, there's so many beautiful cats. I mean, I'm not a huge cat lover. I did have a nice Bengal cat. They're interesting. They have dog-like traits. Literally. And if you happen to be allergic to pet dander, they're basically hypoallergenic. Like anybody that has an allergy to regular cats being around, Bengals won't do that. So they're good for that too. They're very playful. Very playful.
The first play we did this year.
The first play we did this year was a one-man play he did all on his own. I ran tech and he played over 40 characters. Holy shit. So what was the play about?
Weighing in at 327 pounds.
But that's really interesting.
Nightmare.
It was a one-man play and he did it all on his own. 40 characters. I mean, that's some talent right there.
From Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 200.
You know, most people struggle to be an actor to begin with, much less being able to play 40 different characters.
Elijah Arthur.
Yeah, so what was that play about? What was it called even?
Looking at the champion, I get
Kraken says that sounds like my cat for sure. Yeah.
With the title around their waist.
They can be devious. I think sometimes they just fuck with us for pure enjoyment purposes. Pure entertainment for themselves. They know they're doing shit wrong. You know. I mean, you've all seen videos where the cat just slowly nudges a glass or a jar off to the fucking, off the counter onto the fucking floor. I mean, how dare they? Look up, I Am My Own Wife. It's about a trans woman who survived Nazi Germany and then communist occupied Germany after the fact. Oh, very cool. That sounds interesting. Is there any video of it?
I know cats are assholes.
Her name was Charlotte von Melsdorf. So a trans woman who survived Nazi Germany and then communist occupied Germany after that. I mean, that would be a rough go, first and foremost. How did the play do? Was it well received?
Right across the back of the neck. And now the most dangerous area inside the cell.
And exactly what it was that you had to do tech-wise.
Okay, this could be too much.
Were you running a multitude of things or just one of the tech people there making sure everything...
It was amazing.
It was amazing? Awesome. That's very cool. All right. So we're going to dive back into the dirt sheets here quick. But back to that last article. Yeah, that's too bad. I would have really liked to have seen the Fiend versus the Demon. That would have been absolutely awesome. Sadly, we're not gonna see that. But here's something from Wrestling News. Andrew Ravens. It says Impact Wrestling 1000 spoilers. Several surprise returns. Bound for Glory main event revealed. So Impact Wrestling held its 1000th episode taping on Saturday night from White Plains, New York, with the episode slated to air this Thursday on Access TV. The promotion loaded up the show with several surprise returns, including former X Division champion Rohit Raju, former Knockouts champion Mickie James, and former Impact Wrestling Knockouts champion Tasha Steelz. The promotion also confirmed Impact Wrestling champion Alex Shelley versus Josh Alexander in the main event of next month's Bound for Glory 2023 pay-per-view in Chicago. Here are the spoilers for the show, courtesy of PW Insider. Jody Threat defeated Kylan King, or Kylan King. Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly defeated the Death Dolls to retain the Impact Knockouts tag team title. Slamovich pinned Jessica following a snowplow. Alan Angels won at the Ultimate X match, defeating Zachary Wentz, Rich Swann, Samurai Del Sol, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Ace Austin. Yuya Imaru, Crazy Steve, Chris Bay, and Moose won a Feast or Fired Battle Royal, all grabbing briefcases. Others involved in the match include Heath, Steve Macklin, Laredo Kid, John Swinger, Joe Hendry, Jonathan Gresham, Black Taurus, PCO, Sammy Callahan, John Schuyler, Kushida, Brian Myers, Kevin Knight, Bhupinder Gujar, Jai Vidal, and John E. Bravo. The finish had Rhino Gore Macklin allowing Moose to grab the final briefcase. Scott D'Amore came out and welcomed everyone to Impact 1000. He introduced Gail Kim, who talked about how special the Knockouts division was, and showed a video. The beautiful people came out and interrupted, saying they liked the clips of themselves but thought everyone else was ugly. Giselle Shaw, Jai Vidal, Donna Perazzo, Jordan Grace, Trinity, Awesome Kong, and Rashid Saeed, Tasha Steelz, and Mickie James all came out. This set up a 5 versus 5 Team Beautiful People versus Team Trinity match for later in the taping. Roy Raju and Champagne Singh came out. They asked which team accomplished more than they have. Team 3D then came out for the next match. Team 3D defeated Desi Hit Squad after they hit the 3D on Singh. Raju was Bubba Bomb through a table after the match. Josh Alexander came out for a promo saying he never lost the Impact World title. Alex Shelley came out and said it's not Josh's title anymore. Shelley ended up challenging Alexander. The Rascals then emerged and attacked Alexander, with Shelley walking out as the Rascals continued to beat down Alexander. Tracy Brooks and Frankie Kazarian defeated Eddie Edwards and Alicia Edwards, when Brooks defeated Alicia with a kryptonite crunch. After the match, it was announced that Brooks would be inducted into the Impact Hall of Fame. Brooks was in tears after the announcement, with Kazarian and Brooks celebrating in the ring with their son. Chris Sabin defeated Leo Rush to win the X Division Championship. Sabin won after hitting Rush with the Cradle Shock. Shelley celebrated with Sabin after the match. Jake Something defeated Dirty Dango. Eric Young with Scott D'Amore defeated Kenny King with Sheldon Jean by DQ. It then turned into a tag match, but after Diener and Khan hit the ring, Shark Boy came out and made the following match an 8-man tag team match. Shark Boy's still around. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Anyways, America's Most Wanted, Chris Harris and James Storm. Eric Young and Scott D'Amore defeated Kenny King, Sheldon Jean, Big Con, and Diener. Young won the match with a pile driver. Josh Alexander defeated Trey Miguel. Trinity Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, Mickey James, and Jordan Grace defeated Angelina Love, Tasha Steeles, Savannah Evans, Giselle Shaw, and Deanna Perrazzo in a 10-woman tag team match. Kong pinned Shaw after hitting the implant buster. Rhino and Tommy Dreamer defeated Brian Myers and Moose. Rhino won the match after hitting the gore on Myers. I mean, to be honest, it actually sounds like it was a pretty decent show. I'm not even going to lie. You know? Yo, Froggy Mocklegs is in the house. What's going on, Froggy? Don't try and sneak in here with that name and fool everybody. Let's see here. But Life says, but I'm working very closely with my friend who's been acting for the last 15 years, and I'm excited to be working with him because he's so damn talented. Kraken Skull says, that sounds like Mike After. I read that part. The first play we did, I read that as well. Read that. Her name was Charlotte Von Malsdorf. I already read that. I ran lights, and I was also the door greeter. Well, you got to start somewhere, right? You got to put in your time, pay your dues. Kraken Skull says there is a porn named Bound for Glory Hole. You know, of course you would know that, Kraken. Of course you would fucking know that. Good God. You know what's funny, Kraken, about that is we've talked about you time and time again, even in your absence, that you know you can easily turn a conversation filthy dirty. And if you mention certain things, you know, particularly things to do with voyeurism or anything like that, I mean, you could tell stories all night long. You know, probably some of the stuff you've done to yourself. But anyways, it's funny that you say that. Speedball's hair is offensive to me, but that guy can friggin' move. He's good. Good wrestling today? How dare you even ask that question? You're lucky I can't ban you on here. I mean, I probably can, but I'm too lazy to figure it out. DG says, just watched both Snow and Lila's matches, and I'm surprised I got lucky for both wins. Actually, I thought they were pretty good debuts. They were the matches were very good flow to them. It was back and forth contests.
Damn, you're not surprised.
Nobody got, you know, nobody looked, to be honest, in both matches, in both situations, neither side looked weak. So it's just one of those great debuts that happen to be really, really good matches. And you happen to pick up the victory, so that's cool. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The funny thing is, Damien popped. Did anybody see that? Damien popped right up at the end there. I don't understand how that. I mean, unless his eyes were rolling back in his head and the referee called it on TKO, but we can't see his face. We don't know. We don't know. We couldn't see that side of the cell. So that is suspect. But that said, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the last man in hell matchup and still your Legends champion, the one Elijah Archer, picks up a big win over his longtime rival Damien. So Damien 1-1 in his return. 1-1 in his return. Great debut at YTD Dark today. Challenge is the one Elijah Archer, but came up just a little bit short. But again, the ending was very suspect there. The ending was very suspect there. You know, Archer put him down, but he popped right back up, and for whatever reason, which, again, we have no validation for, we have no proof of why the referee called that match. But it is what it is for now. We'll see what Damien has to say about that, what Team Kraken Skulls has to say about that. I think a rematch between the two is quite likely. But anyways, damn, you're not supposed to tell about the stuff I do to myself? Well, I mean, you know, am I lying? I'm not lying. You know? I mean, I'm not going to sit and tell you I'm not a freak. My wife would call me a liar. She's not here to do that, to be fair. She's working. Ha-ha, I got the day off. She's at work. That's not cool, though, either. I'd much prefer she was here. But that said, she is not. But anyways, I keep the stuff in my head, at least most of it. The rest of it only to the wife, of course. So, but Kraken.
He went down on
He's like an open book.
Legit, and you're not wrong, my wife.
He went down on a count out. It was legit. You're not wrong, my wife. knows the shit I'm into. Yeah. Was it a legit count out though? Because it seems like Damien popped right up. You know, as he was counting Tanner. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it. You could be right. You could be right.
Rigged.
Jack says rigged. How dare you, sir? All right. Anyways, excellent tone-setting match of the night. The one Elijah Archer still the reigning defending champion. Time to move on to the next match of the night because we've got a lot of badass matches tonight. And here we go. Next match of the night from Team Dogface. It is Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn challenging the Iceman Christian Hart for the Junior Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. The Iceman could not decide if he was going to cash in on Humboldt's or not, but the time was ticking. And unfortunately for him, time ran out, so he's going to be defending his Junior Grand Prix Championship against Fat Lad. And I think this is going to be a fantastic matchup. It is best 2 out of 3 falls. And that is the next match of the night. What do you guys think? Who walks away with the W here? Who walks away with the Junior Grand Prix Championship? Does the Iceman retain? Or does Fat Lad get one step closer to that Grand Prix Wrestling Championship? What do you think? You tell me. But anyways, here we go. Time to turn and burn. Fat Lad versus the Iceman. Let's go. All right. Boo at work. Boo. Yeah. It'd be much more entertaining if she was home. For many reasons. Although to be fair, if she was home, I probably would have done YTD a little bit later, like Monday or Tuesday or something. So there's that. Froggy says, tough call. I don't want to give Christian Hart any credit, but this is going to be close. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, not that they have similar styles or anything, but sometimes opposites, attract in different ways and forms. And in this case, this could lead to a very good cross between a brawl and a technical spectacle. Fat Lad more likes to strike. He more likes to turn, if he can, he turns wrestling matches into a fight, a brawl, right? That's what he does. You'd almost think he was from the Brawling Brutes. But if he has to, he can mix it up technically as well. He is very well-rounded. You're going with Fat Lad?
Technical testicle.
Kraken Skull says, did you say technical testicle? I'm thinking, I don't think I did. Pretty sure I didn't. But I mean, Kraken, I'm sure the voices in your head
emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
Are saying things. I'm sure they're saying things. They talk to you and they understand you. We do not, but we love you, and we enjoy the fact that you are.
Representing the Hart
You know who's a lot like you in many ways is Uzi. Do you remember Uzi?
The Iceman, Christian Hart.
Actually, Uzi's been popping around a lot more lately, so that's nice to see. Good to see people that have been around for a while continue to pop into the chat, even if it's on occasion. Every channel evolves, new members, but it's nice to see the OG members. Nice to see everybody, for that matter. Don't get me wrong. When you have a great community.
Haven't seen in a while, but they go live a lot.
Lil Uzi. Haven't seen him in a while, but they go live a lot. Yeah, yep, with different things. I usually tend to pop in once in a while and say hello. I mean, we have to support our community members when we can. So if I see anybody live, I want to at least pop in to say hello, see what's going on, enjoy a little bit of the content, as we all should.
I didn't realize they made nerd costumes.
But yeah, so Uzi's been around a lot more lately, so that's nice to see. They would not appreciate the shout-out in such context, but, Uzi's not here.
I need to get back to streaming. Been busy this last couple of weeks.
All right, here we go. Junior Grand Prix Championship on the line. Fat Lad versus the Iceman. 2 out of 3 falls. It is showtime and go time, folks. Let's go.
Here we go, guys. The 2 out of 3 falls match. The stamina of these competitors.
All right, so there were some other things I wanted to talk about. For instance, Umaga's other son parting ways with Reality of Wrestling promotion. Now, this is a RingsideNews.com article. Sabarjeet Mukherjee wrote the article. So it says, Umaga, of course, tragically passed away on December 4th of 2009, years before his time was really supposed to be up. His legacy is being carried on by his son Zilla Fatu, who already made his in-ring debut. That said, it appears Fatu is no longer a part of Reality of Wrestling. And outside the WWE, there are quite a few members of the Anoa'i family that are successful in pro wrestling. Zilla Fatu joined Booker T's Wrestling School of Reality of Wrestling back in December last year. His in-ring debut, Zilla Fatu impressed many, as he even used his father's Samoan Spike as his finishing move. While speaking during a Hall of Fame podcast, Booker T revealed that Zilla Fatu had parted ways with the promotion, citing irreconcilable differences leading to his exit. The quote was, "I've been getting a lot of calls. People have been hitting me up, asking about Zilla Fatu and when they're going to see him again." He said, "Honestly, I can't tell you when you're going to see Zilla Fatu again because he is now no longer part of Reality of Wrestling due to irreconcilable differences." Let's just put it that way. It says we'll have to wait to see what the future holds for the young professional wrestler, as there are signs that he could very well join the WWE and become part of the Bloodline storyline. Now, if that were to happen, to be fair, I'm going to go ahead and guess that he would probably join the opposing side, not the actual Bloodline itself. I would think. I mean, I can't say for sure, but that's what I would do. Kraken says, I need to get back to streaming. Been busy this last couple of weeks. Well, you'll get there when you get the time. And we'll all be there to check it out. And watch you do your thing. Froggy says, dumped Iceman's face right onto the steps. Yeah, he did. It's an interesting matchup. I'm not even sure these two have actually ever locked horns before. Not in singles competition anyway. Maybe in a tag team match. But I believe this is a first. I don't think Fat Lad and Christian Hart have ever wrestled before. I do not think so.
No telling what's underneath the ring tonight. We know what this means. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Cover here. A defiant kick out after one. I don't know what more this superstar can do to put him away. Ooh. Oh, man.
It's mind-boggling that they haven't fought yet, as long as they've both been here. But I think you're right.
Wherewithal on the counter. Set up for the side Russian leg sweep.
Catching an elbow to the side of the face.
Does he get him here? 3, no.
Almost inhuman at this point.
How's that for a counter? Goes under the ropes to get back inside.
He's getting a huge boost right now from all those chants and cheers.
He clearly has dangerous intentions in mind here, gentlemen.
Oh, he's in a little bit of trouble now.
Letting this match go a little longer than is strictly advisable. Might want to try making use of that stipulation. He just barely dodged.
Oh, look at this. Is it enough, guys? Is it enough to get back in this match?
Wow.
So far, so good. Hoisted up.
Canadian Rock DDT. One of the best to ever do that move. How did he do that?
What's the tally on how many times we thought this... Uh-oh.
Twist of fate! All he has to do is capitalize. 2. I can't believe the ref didn't even
Is
get
it
to
side
1.
Russian leg sweep or side Russian leg sweep?
This could be the beginning of the end.
Uh-oh. Sharpshooter! Submission hold, tap out! He scores a fall. What a clothesline! Ouch!
We are seeing a lot of guts, a lot of determination
I
out
like
there.
the
You
first
have to
Russian
wonder
leg
where
sweep
that
myself.
one turning point to end this will come from. Oh! Ooh, man!
What's he looking for here? Headbutt to the... Will it be?
I think so!
Danny fights it off.
Good Lord, scarily close to 3.
Is that even a move?
He reverses it.
This could be the beginning of the
It
end.
should be like.
Oh. Sharpshooter!
It's sick.
Tap out!
And we have a new champion. Unbelievable.
We always expect the unexpected in falls coming into our matches, and that's what we got here, guys.
Damn it, Iceman laughed. GG Team Christian KOOL.
Here is your winner, and new Junior Grand Prix Champion, the Iceman, Christian Hart.
A victory worthy of a new champion.
We really are looking at a new era, Cole. Soak it in.
GG KOOL.
Look who's here.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Junior Tag Team Championship. On the way to the ring, the Wolfpack.
So much on the line here tonight, guys, as we look to crown a new champion.
All right.
That's right, Cole. We're guaranteed to have a new champion at the end of this one.
Well, what do you guys think? The Wolfpack gals or Damage Control? Again, remember, Damage Control defeated Amber Extreme and Akira Blade earlier today, making them as a duo 1-1. But what do you guys think?
And their opponents, accompanied by Bailey, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai, Damage Control.
Here we go, guys.
I mean, Damage Control definitely coming off a big victory. Wolfpack gals looking to get back into the limelight.
You don't come into a match of this magnitude.
Personally, I got to go with the Wolfpack gals here. Even though they just come off a big win, you know, Damage Control against the Outlaws. Technically a combination of the Toxic Outlaws and the Outlaws. All right, anyways. May as well dive back into the dirt sheets.
Are excited to be able to compete tonight on Halloween. Would you stop, Cole?
Let's see here.
I really think these superstars care about a silly
So it looks like an ex-WWE writer urges CM Punk to take accountability for his own actions after the AEW firing and after the actions that led to the firing.
That's what it's all about. The tag team.
So this is by Subberjeet Mukherjee of RingsideNews.com. And it says, CM Punk has never failed to burn bridges with almost every promotion he has worked with, especially in WWE. His fairy tale run with AEW came crashing down far too soon as he made a mess of things in the company. And now it appears that Punk has been urged to take accountability for his actions after his AEW firing. CM Punk ended up making a mess of things in the company after AEW All Out last year, where he was involved in a backstage brawl with the Elite.
The gals got
When he came back to AEW as part of Collision, fans thought things couldn't get any worse. That wasn't the case, as CM Punk and Jack Perry had been suspended following their backstage confrontation at AEW All In, which eventually led to Tony Khan firing CM Punk, and Khan would then provide the reasons behind Punk's firing. While speaking on the Wrestling with Freddie podcast, former WWE writer Freddie Prinze Jr. talked about CM Punk's AEW firing and made it clear that Punk should take accountability for his actions. He said, and this is a quote, "When you keep doing the same thing over and over, you keep blaming everyone else, and it's the world's fault. The world ain't going to change for you or for nobody. The world don't owe you shit. It's your responsibility as a human being to find out your place in the world and make the absolute most of it." This is a weird thing, man. I feel really bad for Tony Khan. I don't think he should have made the statement that he made, because he's not a good public speaker at all, and it gives Punk an opportunity to shit all over him in his first interview outside of the firing. I wish he wouldn't have done that. The letter, was enough. You got to at a certain point look in the mirror and say, is this what I'm doing? Is what I'm doing working? When you have this many years of it, not that it should be a clue. He's still, to me, one of the best on the mic, in the ring, and all that stuff. I'm not discrediting the man's work, but I think everything you and I have said has been completely fair and appropriate criticism. CM Punk chants also broke out at the WWE Superstar Spectacle event. We'll have to wait and see what will become of the Second City Saint in the end. So, I mean, it sounds like Freddie Prinze Jr. just wants Punk to basically take accountability for everything. And now, I'm not necessarily sure he should. I don't know. Froggy says the gals got this.
Oh, snap in the leg and bang! Ooh.
Been an interesting show so far. Again, so far, champion standing tall.
Oh, man, what a shining wizard.
Oh, that backfired on her.
These two battling to a dead heat with these reversals.
I'm trying to figure out how long I was just going back through because you can rewind live TV on YouTube, of course. I was just trying to figure it. I had a little bit of audio issues there for a bit. I don't know what was going on. It wasn't very long, but I did have it. I eventually got it corrected, but I was just trying to figure out how long that took place for. But anyways.
She avoids the contact. Reversal. What a counter.
All right, let's see here. We'll see if there's anything else decent in the dirt sheets. If not, I do have a list. I do have a list.
Off into the pin. 2. She claws out of the pin.
Almost unbelievable that she kicked out at all.
Yeah, I mean, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of additionally great information in the dirt sheets, really. We've already covered most of it. The Matt Riddle issue.
Rather be teaming with Rose Brewer than facing Rose Brewer.
The Demon Balor versus Fiend match that we never got to see. Umaga's son parting ways with Reality of Wrestling promotion. I mean, we pretty much covered it all. So I think at this point, I'm actually going to get to the list that, is actually from a couple shows ago. We just never actually got to it. It's an interesting list, too. Now, I haven't really looked it over in great detail. I did skim through it, which I tend to do sometimes. Sometimes lists are so bad I just don't want to read them. But this is a Sportster list, and it's by Joey Haverford, and it is 10 most underrated world champions in wrestling history. So I thought it'd be interesting. Sir Jack says, I'll always say it. I'd rather be teaming with Rose Brewer than facing Rose Brewer. Well, I mean, facing Rose Brewer has its pros and cons. It can make you or break you, so to speak. But before I get to the list, I'm just going to take a quick facilities break. If you guys want to tell some jokes or tell a story in the chat room, I'll, of course, read it live when I return, as I always do. Shouldn't take too long, just have to take a quick little break. Bladder is screaming. So, I'll be RB, enjoy the match, and feel free to do whatever you want in the chat room while I'm gone.
She still fights out in 1.
Surprised to not even get a 2 count at this point.
And that's now a pin for the championship.
Teammate makes the save. Man, just in time. Slam with some attitude.
She scurries out of there.
Anything we want.
She's forced onto the defensive now.
Fisherman suplex.
Dakota Kai digging down deep, trying to gain some momentum from the
Vagina,
WWE
vagina,
Universe.
vagina, 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 vagina. Face blue wide eyes.
Dakota can't come back from that.
From the middle rope. She certainly took a chance there.
High risk with no reward.
Their turf wears white horns.
Dakota Kai with the chiropractor. Kai has this in hand now.
She's sent to the outside. Oh, look at this. Oh, kicks.
Capped off with a big one.
Double stomp. This match is wearing her down.
Yeah, they've stuck it out through this match, but it wouldn't hurt to go for the tag soon here.
She's pushed into the corner.
Face green smiley, bottle green covering eyes. Face blue smiley, hat orange whistling.
Face one. She manages to get control.
Kai out of there in a hurry. Snap power slam.
Here's the pin, title on the line.
Here we go.
And they're still in
this.
That kick is heinous.
And now she's looking to go top rope. She's trying so desperately to get back up to her feet. Sky high. Corkscrew senton. It is unbelievable what these athletes have been putting each other through.
Absolutely pushing each other beyond any normal human's limits.
Ooh, point of the elbow counters that.
And responds with a counter of their own. Great job refocusing.
Dakota Kai setting up her opponent. GTK. Has Dakota settled this?
Maybe not.
The breakup.
Jumping stop to the gut.
Kick.
And Dakota Kai pressing the advantage deep into this match.
Yeah, you get the sense that Dakota is tapping into another level here, and it could pay off.
Good timing with that reversal.
I think it's about time to roll the dice, Cole.
Indeed. Is it enough? The cover. Oh, she counters right back on Kai.
Neck breaker excellently executed.
I have returned. All right, so I have no idea what's going on in the matchup, but Dakota Kai laid out in the middle of the ring. Tia Stevens coming in. That is not good for Dakota Kai. Anyways, again, this list is from the Sportster. Joey Haverford is the 10 most underrated world champions in wrestling history. So, quite a few underrated wrestlers did a lot better in the world championship scene than fans would assume. Wrestlers to get called underrated typically had a lot of great moments, but they weren't as remembered as other top names. World champions in wrestling are received as the biggest possible push when holding a company's top prize. This is inherently a thankful position, but some noteworthy names have underrated legacies looking back at their work. Not everyone will be viewed as a tremendous champion right away or get enough opportunities to be talked about as much as the all-time greats. Quite a few interesting names did a lot better in the world title scene than one would assume on first thought. The following wrestlers had the most underrated world championship reigns that deserve more love today. Number 10, Big Daddy Cool Diesel. The WWE Championship run of Diesel led to a lot of criticism towards Kevin Nash for business going down during this time. This was already happening after WWE lost Hulk Hogan, but Diesel having a long title reign led to him receiving some unfair blame. There have been a few underrated matches and programs for Diesel as WWE Champion. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels had classic matches with Diesel during his title reign. Nash would have been more appreciated at any other time holding the gold. Number 9, Christian Cage. So WWE and TNA each featured Christian Cage winning world titles during various points. TNA was the first of the two to put Christian in that position, winning the NWA Heavyweight Championship. Cage was an outstanding champion, but TNA eventually prioritized Kurt Angle and Sting over him. Christian, of course, returned to WWE after his TNA contract ended and finally reached the top of that mountain. The World Championship wins for Christian featured short reigns, but an outstanding feud against Randy Orton. Even Cage's most recent Impact World Championship reign as part of AEW featured underrated moments. Number 8, Steve Corino. Now, WWE and TNA each featured... It skipped back on me. What the hell? And now it's telling me it can't load. Wow. Alright, here we go. So Paul Heyman booked his world champions very differently from the WWE and WCW did during the late 90s, early 2000s. Steve Corino was a perfect example of someone getting momentum, but feeling like a huge surprise of a choice for the ECW champion. The heel work made Corino a valuable performer, cutting promos that got the audience against him before every single match. Corino's matches were also better than most on the ECW roster, and he deserves more credit for having an underrated reign after the company lost many of their top names. Number 7 on the list is Jon Moxley. So the recent AEW interim championship reign of Jon Moxley has reminded fans of how underrated he was during his first AEW World Championship reign. Moxley's title run got lost in the shuffle of Kenny Omega's following reign and bigger names joining the company. Most people would not have first picked Moxley as AEW's best world champion, but he's clearly deserving to be in the conversation. Even Moxley's WWE Championship reign as Dean Ambrose is quite underrated since it helped establish SmackDown as the better show in the 2016 brand split. That's true. But it's at the same time, I've always said, like, I was never overly impressed with Dean Ambrose or Jon Moxley, so it's not hard to to understand how we might get lost in the shuffle when you got people like Kenny Omega around, and of course other big names that came along thereafter. You know, there's a lot, definitely a lot of big names other than Jon Moxley and or Dean Ambrose. I will say that. Number 6, Eddie Edwards. So Impact Wrestling has seen Eddie Edwards becoming one of the most decorated and longest tenured wrestlers. Edwards initially signed with TNA back when he was teaming with Davey Richards in the American Wolves. TNA never expected Edwards to become a singles main event act when he debuted. However, an injury to Davey opened the door for Eddie to get a shocking moment to upset Bobby Lashley for the TNA World Championship. Edwards won the same title in recent years during the Impact rebuilding time. Both reigns featured the fans buying into Eddie after he did really well in the top spot.
These superstars must be feeding off the WWE universe.
And now we're down to the number 5 spot, but I'm just going to see if I have to catch up on chat at all. Give me a second.
Exhibiting guts and accuracy as well.
Soul Ember says, no shit, Archer. No shit. What's no shit? But welcome in, Soul Embers. What's going on, my friend? Thanks for stopping by. TWA episode number 512, episode 29 for World War III Live. What's going on? It's new and exciting. Are you still streaming yourself?
She's sent back in under the ropes. Taking this match off the mat now.
Or are you not live right now? I kind of thought you were always live. I thought you just lived on Twitch. Sleep in your gaming chair. Eat in your gaming chair. Girly Girl probably bathes, sponge baths you in that chair. That way you don't actually have to get up and, go hop in the shower.
Dangerous thinking. Once more.
But anyways, what's going on? What's Soul Embers up to?
Turn the lights out. Good night. Thank goodness for the teammate, John.
This is a hell of a match. Now, in case nobody's noticed, this is a traditional 2-on-2 matchup.
Trying to go for it again.
And neither team, diving headbutt with nobody home. Io Sky going to take advantage here. To the top turnbuckle she goes. Air Sky. But she lands the moonsault. Covers Tia. Looking for a 3 count. But the Anomaly powers out. I did call for the Wolfpack Gals to win this matchup, but, I'm not surprised that this has turned into such a battle because, again, Damage Control just defeated Akira Blade and Amber Extreme earlier today. That probably put them on a big high for the afternoon. Then they're coming tonight with an opportunity for the Women's Junior Tag Team Championship. Whether or not you're facing the Wolfpack Gals or any other team on the roster, Winter Swarm, doesn't matter. You're going to take that opportunity and run with it. And right now, both teams putting on an absolute masterclass.
Oh no, there could be trouble lurking for her with this submission maneuver. Oh my goodness, tap out.
Cobra Clutch locked in. And Dakota Kai gets tapped out by the Viking Rose Brewer. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match and new Junior Women's Tag Team Champions from Team Distinct Cone and Team Tiliana Pierce. It is the Anomaly Tia Stevens and the Viking Rose Brewer. They are the Wolfpack Gals and they are your new junior tag team champions. And I got to tell you, I still want to know why the hell Bayley came out with the Wolfpack Gals. That fucked with me the entire time. I don't understand it. I am confused. We need to speak to Team Glenola, Team Tiliana Pierce. We need to speak to everybody involved with the Wolfpack Horsemen and the Wolfpack Gals, because that was strange. You know, maybe even need to speak to Damage Control and see what was going on in their heads. Why would she come out? And now with the winning team, who was, you know, facing her own team in Damage Control. That was crazy. But anyways, congratulations to the Wolfpack Gals, Tiliana Pierce, and of course Team Distinct Cone. Big victory. Now next in line for whichever tag team championships they want to challenge for. So this should be interesting. YTD tag titles in the women's division are of course vacant. So we haven't awarded new women's tag team championships there. So who knows, they might decide to challenge another team and put together a matchup for the YTD tag titles, or perhaps they go and challenge the Blade Runners for the TWA World Tag Team titles. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But either way, time to move on. Here we go. This is the men's division going at it this time. It is a fatal four-way tag team elimination matchup. Demolition from Team Complete Geek TV and Team The Turret Man going against Golden Bebe, Kenny Jackson, and Adam Cole. We've got representing the Weapons of Mass Destruction, Tony Stone, and the man called Drek. And last but not least, it is the Samoan Coalition, Team Soul Ember's own Big Bubba Bruno, teaming up with Solo Sikoa. And again, it is for the Junior Tag Team Championship. And of course, anybody that holds those Junior Tag Team titles have the opportunity, just like in the women's division, to challenge either the YTD Academy Tag Team Champions or the World Tag Team Champions, depending on which way they want to go. Or they can simply defend the Junior Tag Team Championships and create a legacy, create some more prestige with those titles. Look at Christian Hart today. Christian Hart certainly helped improve the prestige and legacy of that title by not just winning it to begin with, but defending it against Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn. That was a badass match for that championship. 2 out of 3 falls, and the Iceman tapped him out twice to a sharpshooter. So it's been a very interesting evening. Anything can happen. But what do you guys think? Who takes this matchup? Who walks out Junior Tag Team Champions? Is it going to be Demolition? Is it going to be Golden Bebe? Is it going to be the Weapons of Mass Destruction, or perhaps the Samoan Coalition? We're going to find out right now. Time to turn and burn. Let's go. Let's go. Time to rock it out. No jokes in the chat room. You can tell Strife and Life are not here at the moment. Given the opportunity to tell jokes in the chat, I would read them live, and nothing happened.
The WWE Universe.
Anyways, Froggy, what do you think? Who takes this match? Who takes the match? And here we go. You're thinking Weapons of Mass Destruction?
Weapons of Mass Destruction.
I mean, it's a tough call. I mean, who I would like to see win these titles again, so they can immediately, if they want, get back to the world title scene or the tag team title scene in general. I'd like to see Golden Bebe win this. They're one of my favorite new tag teams. They're one of my favorite new tag teams. Life says, oh shit, I'm sorry, I wandered away. Did you get lost? I mean, do you have Alzheimer's? That will not help your stage performance. It will not. Froggy says, but I'm going for Demolition. One of the winningest tag teams of all time. They've won the most championships, I think, out of any tag team. And most of the championships they've won were all world championships.
Golden Bebe is great.
Golden Bebe is great. They gave Dex and Omega a hell of a fight for those belts. They did, yeah. That was a great match. No kidding. Sir Jack says Golden Trash is what they are. Oh my God. I'm sure Infinite Oni and B. Jackson would be completely excited about your comment. I'm sure they would find much value in it. But anyways. Alright, so let's get back to that list. We were just about to hit number 5. And number 5 on the list is Scott Steiner. So the end of WCW featured few positive things, for too many bad decisions doomed their future. Scott Steiner's rise to the main event scene was among the few great things. WCW turned Scott Steiner heel for a singles run in 1998, but he didn't get that big push until 2000. Steiner always received a strong reaction during his time as the WWE champion. WCW likely would have made Steiner a multi-time champ if the company lasted longer. Steiner remains an underrated world champ for that great stint ending too soon and never getting another world title reign anywhere else. Yeah, that's right. I mean, after he was the world champion in WCW, he never became a world champion again, which is kind of too bad. I mean, I preferred the original Scott Steiner as opposed to Big Papa Pump or the Big Booty Daddy. You know, name your gimmick. But I'm glad he got better on the mic and all, but I preferred, because he was never really a baby face. I mean, everybody loved the Steiner brothers, but he wasn't really a baby face. He was more of a neutral kind of guy. He would have just challenged anybody and everybody, where Big Papa Pump became a full-blown heel, right? But I don't know. I mean, he definitely got more jacked as Big Papa Pump. I mean, he was always in great shape. He was always well built, you know, bodybuilder, football player. So, I mean, he was always in great shape, but when he became Big Papa Pump, I mean, he got himself jacked, right? So, but anyways, number 4, Mike Awesome. So Paul Heyman took a risk by not just signing Mike Awesome based on his Japan work, but by pushing him in the main event picture. Few fans knew of Awesome since it was harder to watch international shows before the internet exploded. Awesome won the ECW championship faster than anyone expected. Heyman did a great job having Awesome feel different from anyone else due to his larger size and power moves. Awesome's title reign is remembered for the controversial ending when he signed with WCW, but he was outstanding before then. Number 3, Bobby Roode. So the average wrestling fan would likely guess AJ Styles or Kurt Angle for the longest reigning world champion in TNA history. However, it was Bobby Roode who accomplished that during his first time holding any world title in wrestling. Roode played a tremendous heel, and he continued to grow in the role as TNA World Champion, with the company having arguably their biggest success during this time. The WWE run has made fans forget just how successful Roode was in TNA as one of their greatest homegrown stories.
The only thing they care about is winning a match.
Number 2, Drew McIntyre. So the lack of live crowd during the pandemic hurt a lot of wrestlers pushed in 2020. Drew McIntyre was scheduled to win the WWE Championship right when the shutdown changed the entire world. WWE still followed through with McIntyre winning the top prize from Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 36. And Drew had an underrated world title reign that never picked up steam. It would have if things were normal. The matches and storytelling still deserved more respect for a first-time WWE champion. McIntyre potentially ending Roman Reigns' title run could see him getting his due with crowds now back to react to his moments.
Byron, I gotta say, you seem like you're ready.
And last but not least, number 1, Vader. So it is quite sad that WWE rarely brings up Vader in many productions. Looking back at WCW's history, the signing of Hulk Hogan and the New World Order eventually forming led to many people not acknowledging any of WCW's history before then. Vader thrived as a dominant heel WCW champion at a time when WCW needed someone to step up after losing Ric Flair and Lex Luger. The outstanding matches and heel work made Vader a true intimidating heel. Vader is an all-time underrated world champ and among the best WCW success stories. So let me just go over that list one more time. Again, it was 10 most underrated world champions in wrestling history by thesportster.com. Number 10 was Big Daddy Cool Diesel. Number 9 was Christian Cage. Number 8, Steve Carino.
Held in a perilous position.
Number 7 was John Moxley. Number 6 was Eddie Edwards.
In a no disqualification match, isn't there, Corey?
Number 5 was Scott Steiner.
It's not just the superstar in the ring you have to worry
Number 4 was Mike Awesome.
locker room that they're aligned with. The odds in this match can swing
Number 3, Bobby Roode. Number 2, Drew McIntyre. And last but not least, Vader. So, I mean, the list wasn't terrible. I'm sure there's other underrated champions if we were to look back through history. But, I mean, I'm not dissatisfied with what they gave us, so there's that, right? What did you guys think of that list? I do have another Sportster.com article, too, by the way. It is the 10 best heel WCW champions ranked by Joey Haverford. And we'll get to that in just a few moments. But what did you guys think of that list? Were you guys satisfied with that list? You know, I've seen worse lists. And again, I didn't really have a big problem with the people they put on it. Was it rather other people that I would consider underrated champions in wrestling history? Sure. But at the same time, it's one of those lists where I'm actually not dissatisfied with what they had on the list to begin with. A lot of times you want to interchange, maybe take some people off, put other people on, you think are more deserving, etc. I thought it was pretty good. Life says, what do you call a pig that practices karate? A pork chop. And of course, that would be the answer. Thank you, Life, for the joke. By the way, if anybody wants to see exactly what the list of champions is after last night, it is updated. So here is the
TWA
list for the TWA champions, and apparently Stream Elements felt it necessary to give us that list twice.
Television champion Nick Marvel, Team Nick Marvel. Team's Tour Menace World Champion. David Blade Team Surgeon, the greatest
Actually,
women's television champion.
oh, okay, I see what happened. They split it up. That's interesting. Then we have YTD.
Hooked him up.
Grand Prix champion, Humboldt's Team Strife Women's Legends champion.
And we also now have juniors. It's actually just junior. Exclamation point junior gives you a list of our junior world champions if we have any. As you can see, the junior world championship is vacant. The women's world championship is vacant. Junior Legends champion, Christian Hart. Actually, that has to be changed.
Grand Prix champion Christian Hart Women's Junior Grand Prix champion vacant junior
Because Christian Hart got defeated for the Junior Legends Championship by Jay Simmons, who cashed it in and lost. So I do have to change that. I thought I already did. But anyways, the Junior World Champion is vacant, as you know. Grand Prix Champion. What is going on? It's showing Grand Prix Champion Christian Hart as well. Something's weird with that. I'm going to have to see if I can fix that. I don't know what's going on. I updated it today, but for some reason, and not only that, I kind of like the way they split it up there, to be fair, but it's all messed up, though. Christian Hart. Oh, wait a minute. See up there it says Grand Prix Champion Humboldt's. So that's all correct. Legend Champion B. Jackson. Interesting, I don't know. But the junior section is not correct. It is not correct because it says that Christian Hart is the Junior Legends Champion. And he is also apparently the Grand Prix, Junior Grand Prix champion. Well, he is the Junior Grand Prix champion, but for some reason it doesn't say Junior Grand Prix, it says Grand Prix. So I'm just going to have a look at that and fix it. And by the way, you can also play the lotto. It is up to date. I can't remember exactly what the numbers are. Or maybe we can't. At least it's not working for me. Weird. You guys can give it a try. Apparently it's not working for me. I'll tell you, Stream Elements and YouTube are not as good bedfellows as Stream Elements and Twitch. Soul Ember says, come on, fat man. All right, so anyways, I will get back to that list. So, again, it is the 10 best heel champions in WCW ranked. It's from a couple years ago, but it's by Joey Haverford. It says, WCW was at its best when a heel world champion was being chased by babyfaces. These guys pulled off the top villains' role best. The history of great heels in WCW saw some of the best main eventers having legendary runs as bad guys. WCW allowed their heels to have their creative freedom to continue thriving in the biggest roles possible without putting a cap on how much heat they could get. One noteworthy difference between WWE and WCW was fans throwing garbage into the ring at WCW due to the emotions involved. Of course, that wouldn't be allowed in WWE or any arena that they attend. Looks like we've had an elimination. Trying to figure out who it might be. I see Drek. I see Solo. It looks like it is Johnny Braddock that has been eliminated. And actually, oh no, there's Cyborg Adam Colossus over there. But it is in fact the Terror Johnny Braddock from Team the Turret Man that has been eliminated first. So Demolition down a man. And we just had another elimination. I think Drek might have just tapped out Adam Colossus in a camel clutch by the looks of it. So Demolition has now been eliminated. They have been eliminated. We got a member of the weapon. We got both members of Weapons of Mass Destruction. I don't see Big Bubba Bruno. I think maybe Solo might be the only remaining contender left from the Samoan Coalition. Oh wait, there's Big Bubba Bruno over there. Never mind. Kenny Jackson looks like he was eliminated though. Adam Cole's in there on his own. I don't see Jackson anywhere unless he's on the far side of the ring there. Wow, what was with the count there? Adam Cole just had Tony Stone down for about a 5 count and got a 2 count out of it. Oh, kick Solo right in the choppies. Damn. Tony Stone went for a big super kick on Adam Cole. Adam Cole's a little too quick for him. He evaded that. Bubba Bruno with a kendo stick, but Drek. Well, Drek gets lariat. He got a lariat. He got knocked right on his spine. But he is right back into action going after Adam Cole. Reverse suplex lands Adam Cole sternum first onto the concrete. And now he puts Big Bubba Bruno spine first on the concrete. Another long count. That was about a 5 count as well. Big Bubba Bruno got lucky there. Big Bubba B got lucky there. I don't know what the hell Solo Sikoa was doing there, but Tony Stone going to take advantage. No, sir. Wow, pop-up Samoan drop by Solo. Tony Stone, not even a 1 count. Stone kicks out. Damn, Tony Stone with a beautiful suplex. Big Bubba B. Adam Cole kicks out, not even a 1 count. Man, a lot of craziness going on. I got to tell you, I'm not sure that referee knows what he's doing in there tonight. I feel like they just not doing their job well in there tonight. All right, so anyways,
And the damage continues.
Many of the best WCW champions came from the heel side of things. Face wrestlers chasing the heel champ always added another layer. Sorry, the article kept moving on me. Added another layer to a great title reign. Promotions often preferred to have a dominant heel holding the gold. For that reason, look back at the best memories from the former legendary company, featuring the best heels to hold the WCW championship. All right, so let's see. Number 10, Bret Hart. So, Bret Hart's heel run as WWE Champion had the potential to play a huge role in WCW's rebranding time in 2000. The New World Order reformed for a new version called the NWO 2000, with Bret leading Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Jeff Jarrett, and Scott Steiner as a heel group. WCW was going to utilize Hart in a true spot as a heel for the first since his immense success in the Hart Foundation. Unfortunately, the infamous kick from Goldberg injured Bret to end his career early and forced the title to be vacated. Yeah, that's definitely something that Bret Hart will never forget. He's still to this day very sour about it. I mean, it's completely understandable. It did end his career as far as in-ring action goes. Even though he came back and Legends contract, did a couple things in the ring here and there, he was a shadow of his former self, right? So Big Bubba Bruno eliminates Adam Cole. I think we are down to, who are we down to? Tony Stone versus the Samoan Coalition, guys. We are down to Tony Stone versus the Samoan Coalition, Big Bubba B and Solo Sikoa. It looks like the Samoan Coalition are going to walk out of here junior tag team champions.
That didn't go as Solo picked. The target's been acquired once more.
Oh, kicked him right in the face. Wow, is Stone going to even the odds here? Big Bubba B still flat on his back. He did. He eliminated Solo Sikoa, and it's down to Big Bubba B and Tony Stone. Wow. That is crazy. This is the swing shot with the kendo stick. Tony Stone somehow evaded that one. Kicks Bubba B right in the face. And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winners of the matchup and your new junior tag team wrestling champions, representing the Weapons of Mass Destruction. From Team Shadows, it is Tony Stone. And from Team Dedrick, the man called Drek, Weapons of Mass Destruction, your new junior tag team champions. Congratulations to Tony Stone and Drek. Another big win for their faction, another big win for their careers, and they now have the ability to challenge any tag team champions of their choosing. Not the first time these two have held gold, likely not the last. That was a great ending, yeah. That was a fantastic ending. I cannot believe Tony Stone withered the storm.
I think it's time for Tony to be taken out.
Or weathered the storm, rather. And beat the Samoan Coalition by himself. That's nuts. Now, albeit a very fatigued, battered, and bruised Samoan Coalition, but still, the numbers were in the favor of the Samoan Coalition. It was 2-on-1, and Tony Stone pulled it out. Soul Ember says, I think it's time for Tony Stone to be taken out. All right, here we go. Next match of the evening. This is going to be one hell of a matchup. This was actually redeemed by a streamer team, and it is for the YTD Academy Pure Women's Wrestling Championship. Ashley Sky. From Team Soul Embers, we got the Queen of Chaos, the Dark Queen of Chaos, Jennifer Wolf from Team Glenola, Ronda Rousey, Ivory, and of course the reigning defending Pure Wrestling Champion and Women's Legends Champion. It is B. Jackson from Team Honeybee Wrestling, and this is a fatal 5-way matchup. I believe it is a single fall match. But it is Fatal 5. Yes, it is Fatal 5. One fall wins it all. Champion putting her title on the line against 4 savages. Ivory, Ronda Rousey, Jennifer Wolf, and Ashley Sky. What do you guys think? If you guys were to throw down on a bet here, who would you choose to win this matchup?
Chance to win a channel redemption of your choices. 401. The number to win a YTD championship match.
Soul says, please tell me you got her update. Which update? I didn't realize that Ashley Sky had any attire changes or any.
I got Sky.
You've got Sky? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't aware that she had any changes to her repertoire or her attire. She has had an update for a while. I'm just trying to remember if that was discussed between teams and taken care of. I can't remember. I guess we're going to find out.
Jennifer Wolf beat Akoma.
Froggy says Jennifer Wolf beat
Jackson
Akoma. She can beat B. Jackson. Well, maybe, Froggy, but she's not just facing B. Jackson here. She's facing Ronda Rousey. She's facing Ashley Sky. She's facing Jennifer Wolf. She is facing Ivory. Well, no, Jennifer Wolf isn't facing herself. I'm not sure why I included her in that, but
too busy. I just
it was because after I looked at B. Jackson, I, looked at Jennifer Wolf, but
that's true. And one fall means it's anybody's game.
That's true, and one fall means it's anybody's game. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Well, I mean, if I'm forced to bet here, I think B. Jackson somehow pulls in all the stops and finds a way to retain that championship. But if she is to lose, for me, it's a toss-up between
that's like you
maybe Ashley Sky
laughing.
And maybe Ronda. I don't know. This one's a tough one for me. And again, it's one fall, wins it all, so it's anybody's game. I just don't know. But again, I personally side with B. Jackson. I mean, how do you bet against people like Rose Brewer, like B. Jackson, like January? Speaking of January, Infinite Oni in the house. Welcome in, Infinite Oni. What's going on? What's new and exciting, my friend? How was your... no worries. I mean, you're never late if you always arrive exactly when you mean to. You know what I mean?
I am a wizard, so...
You are a wizard. You are a wizard. That is indeed true. So, been a great afternoon of matches, that's for sure. Both YTD Dark and so far YTD Live. Life says, that's like you calling Glenola... Why are we discussing that? Why are we dragging things up from the past, Life? Nobody wants to talk about that.
Yeah.
Life says, Oni, love you.
Love you too, Life. I'm getting on the computer right now, so I just walked in the door and just ate.
No worries. We're just going over, we're just beginning a list. We completed one, the 10 most underrated champions in history, but now we're on the 10 best heel WCW champions ranked. Number 10 was Bret the Hitman Hart, and we're moving on to the next, number 9, who is the Giant.
What's for dinner?
But let's get the show on the go. Fatal 5, one fall wins it all. Ashley Sky, Jennifer Wolf, Ronda Rousey, Ivory, and B. Jackson representing Winter Swarm. Let's go. All right.
All right, so to answer Life's question, I had KFC for dinner.
KFC. Delish.
KFC.
Well, sometimes delish. Depends on where you go around here. I mean, where I live, KFC's awful. We go to Popeyes instead, but...
I prefer Bojangles myself.
Bojangles? I've never had Bojangles, actually.
The following contest.
So what do you find the main difference? Like the ingredients in the chicken, or what do you find the main difference there?
Well, Bojangles is a Cajun-style chicken place.
Okay.
A little bit more
Introducing the challenger, representing the
yeah. See, that's what I liked about Popeyes, is theirs is spicy as well. They have mild, medium, hot. They do have regular as well, just not as much of a... But yeah, so Bojangles is Cajun. Interesting.
Louisiana.
Gotcha. And where Popeyes is? They're from what? Orleans? They're from New Orleans. Is that where they're from?
Here we go, gentlemen. Huge title match.
I can't remember now.
And a huge opportunity for the champ to prove to everyone that there truly is.
I can't remember myself. Popeyes. Are they Louisiana or are they New Orleans? I can't remember where they're from.
It's a Louisiana kitchen, so I would assume.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, Popeyes came from New
And Corey, I can
Orleans.
tell you these superstars are excited to be able to compete tonight.
So you think Bojangles is better than Popeyes?
Superstars care about a silly holiday like
Well,
Halloween.
yeah,
The only
I
thing
mean,
they
it's
care
also
about
a lot
is
cheaper,
winning a
too.
match.
Also a lot cheaper, okay.
Louisiana at large.
Well, I mean, these days
I
that's
think
important, right?
Yeah, I think it just depends on where you go. Because the closest Popeyes from my house is actually at a truck stop, and everything's expensive there. So.
Gotcha.
And
We had
from
pork
your darkest
carnitas,
fears,
and I'm currently
the
eating a
Gremlin,
plain tortilla.
Wolf.
I mean, tortillas are good.
Opportunity, Byron, as the title will be on the line.
Froggy says, yeah, Popeyes came from New Orleans, or at least Louisiana at large. Gotcha.
Here tonight.
Yeah, that's what we were just figuring out. But I personally never had Bojangles. I don't know if there's one. I don't know if we even have Bojangles in Canada, to be fair. If we do, they don't have one in my area. So I don't have the pleasure of trying it out. But
Byron,
I definitely
gotta say, you
would.
seem like you're
I love
ready to
chicken.
jump out of your seat in anticipation for this one.
Chicken is delicious.
There's actually a good chance I ate too much Halloween
Indeed it
candy.
is. All right, so let's get back to the list here while this matchup gets underway. Again, it was 10 best heel champions in WCW. And we had Bret Hart being number 10. And it is a ranked list, so it's going to be interesting to see exactly who all they have on it. But anyways, number 9 is The Giant. The Giant was a project of WCW in the mid to late 90s. Hulk Hogan viewed him as a major star before he even started training to become a wrestler. WCW pushed The Giant in a top role right away to have a spotlight in the title picture. The program with Hogan actually followed... Wait a minute. The program with Hogan ending actually allowed, there we go, allowing the Giant to start growing as a performer, and he started his best WCW championship reign after beating Ric Flair. Giant is a solid heel until the New World Order formed, and then his run ended in favor of Hogan's new character. I mean, I think the reason they pushed the Giant the way they did and why Hogan viewed him as a top major star before he even started training to become a wrestler is because it put him in mind of a young Andre the Giant, and he thought maybe he could get people to view him in that very light as well and maybe make their clashes in the ring that much bigger. You know what I mean? I mean, you can compare them in some ways.
And has some of the fastest
Definitely not in others, but who do you think would win a match? The Giant, a.k.a. The Big Show, or Andre when Andre's in his prime? I say Andre right away, but...
Andre.
Yeah. He was a very different wrestler when he was younger. Before he became too big, like, he was huge, and he could move, he could wrestle technically, he was doing things like moonsaults and stuff off of top ropes. Crazy things I've seen from Andre the Giant in his early days as a wrestler. So if you could bring that wrestler, like, I think he slaughters the Giant. I think he slaughters a lot of people.
Ohio,
I mean,
the Warrior Princess, Ashley Sky.
Yeah, he should have. Fuck yeah, he should have. I said the same thing. A lot of people disagree with that. You know, they go with the whole, well, it had to be done that way. Well, did it? I mean, Andre the Giant was larger than life at that point. Now, we all know that he was loved in the ring. Outside the ring, we know he went through a very different experience, right? He was often laughed at, made fun of, bullied.
Hello, everyone.
You know, because of his size.
Doesn't have this intro.
You know, when people find out certain things, like, you know, that he has to use a bathtub to take a shit.
Hey,
You know what? You can understand, especially back in those days, how that would happen to him. But it's sad. It was the Andre the Giant story is a sad story. Did you ever watch the documentary they did on him?
No, I did not. I'm going to
No?
check that out.
Yeah, you should. It was actually really good. But yeah, sad how Andre was so beloved when he was in the ring performing, but as soon as he stepped out, it was like they just would tear him down. It's crazy. It wasn't what the whole documentary is about, just covered that kind of thing, but it also covered a lot of other cool things and details you'll want to know about Andre, so definitely worth the watch. Number 8 on this list is Randy Savage. So Randy Savage was primarily a face during his best years in WCW. The end of his WCW run featured a bold move of changing up his character. Savage changed up his look with a heel gimmick and a trio of valets helping him out, which is really weird for Macho Man Randy Savage. Even looking back to this day, I was like, what the fuck? But anyway, the character was polarizing, with many viewing it as the worst run of his career, but Savage did find success for the time. WCW was struggling, and Savage helped provide a character that got heat from the fans during an effective title reign. See, I didn't think his WCW championship tenure was really that great, much less call it effective, but I don't know. Number 7 on the list, Diamond Dallas Page. So DDP was a better face than a heel, but his first title reign came from the heel side of things. WCW surprisingly turned DDP heel right before he finally scored the huge momentum of winning the WCW championship for the first time. The heel run did feature a couple of great matches, developed positive momentum. Page and Sting had a couple of great matches and ended with DDP continuing his time as champ. Fans would have been happier with Page as a face, but he accomplished a lot as a heel. I don't know if Page was better as a face than a heel. I remember even in WWE when he came in and had the program with The Undertaker, and I think he did pretty good body work as a heel there too. I don't know. Now in WWE he wasn't champion as a heel, so I guess there's that. But they didn't say that. They said that he was a better face than a heel, and I just don't know that's necessarily true. What do you think about that, Oni?
New battery uploaded an equal contract with the hashtag.
What?
So they're saying that they believe that Diamond Dallas Page was better as a face than a heel. Like, he was a great face, don't get me wrong, but I think of the program with The Undertaker and some of the great moments he had as a heel in WCW, and I just don't know if I can agree that that's true. Just as good as a face, maybe, but a better face than a heel, I don't know if I can agree with that statement.
Okay. So I was watching the early Nitros on Peacock.
Right.
And
Why not?
DDP was an asshole during that era. Like, he played a really good asshole.
Yeah.
The way he was treating Kimberly and all that, and going up against Johnny B. Bad.
Right. I like Johnny B. Bad. Of course, formerly known as, he was Johnny B. Bad, then he was Mark Merrow in WWE, then he went back to Johnny B. Bad in, holy shit, did I just see Ashley Sky win?
You just saw Ashley Sky win.
Wow. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Fatal 5 one fall wins it all matchup and new YTD World War III Pure Wrestling Champion from Team Soul Embers, Ashley Sky, your new Pure Wrestling Champion. Wow, congratulations, Soul Embers. And congratulations to Ashley Sky. Now that is a huge victory for both Team Soul Embers and Ashley Sky. That might...
Singles time?
Pardon me? I don't know. I feel like she might have won a singles title in WCW when it was in existence. I don't know. I'd have to look through the record books on Discord. But I know that I believe it is at least her first time holding the Pure Wrestling Championship. I think. But I would have to go back and look. Like I said, she might have won WCW Gold. I can't remember if she's won YTD or TWA Gold before. You know, I know that, Jennifer Black and people like that have. I'm just not 100% sure about Ashley Sky. Either way, it's been good to see Ashley Sky lately. Tag team action, singles competition. Now winning some major championship gold for YTD World War III. So again, congratulations to Soul Embers and Ashley Sky. All right, here we go. Moving on to the next match of the night.
This is her first Sinks title.
This is a fatal four-way elimination matchup between four of the best in the Pure Championship Wrestling division right now. We have LA Knight, Chad Gable, Mr. Pink, who has come in and inked a contract and started immediately dominating, leaving a path of destruction in his wake. Mr. Pink here tonight. They are all looking to dethrone Johnny Rainbow, who just keeps winning championships and beating the shit out of people. People step up to the plate. He takes a swing and knocks them out of the park. It's been a very interesting evolutionary process for Johnny Rainbow, who's easily become one of my favorite superstars. Competition is stiff tonight. Good to see Chad Gable finally earning a spot. It is for the Pure Wrestling Championship. And again, Mr. Pink and LA Knight is in the mix. And it is a Falls Count Anywhere fatal four-way elimination matchup. So let's turn and burn, get the show on the go. Let's go. All right.
Totally not a character from.
So what do you guys think, Mr. Pink? Do you think maybe Chad Gable? Who do you think wins this matchup? Do you think Johnny Rainbow simply finds a way, as he usually does, and retains the title?
Is a fatal four-way
Superstar.
Falls Count
Today,
Anywhere
loser
match.
is Hulk Hogan.
And is for
Let's say LA Knight.
LA Knight. Only's going with LA Knight. Yo, Strife is in the house. What's going on, Strife? Life got dad jokes. Did Life tell a dad joke? What do you call a fish without an eye? A fish. Yeah, that one does not get a pass. It does not get a pass. I agree with Strife on that one. Strife, show her how it's done. Blackheart and Jenny have won WCW Gold only. Yeah, that's what I thought. But did Ashley Sky win a title before? I'm not 100% she has.
Chad Gable has not only resurrected his career, but Otis's as well. And Gable does
Life is Hulk Hogan. Well, at least that one's working. Some of the other commands are all messed up. They are messed up.
Strive, hello friends.
All right, so apparently I have a message. Just going to check out and see who that is. Oh, it's my father. All right, nothing pressing, though. Anyways, let's get back to that list. Number 6 on this list is Jeff Jarrett.
The challenger from Albany, New York.
So the push of Jeff Jarrett in WCW was met with mixed reactions from the fans. Vince Russo, taking over creative for WCW, featured him convincing Jarrett to jump ship from WWE to receive a huge main event push for the first time. Jarrett got heat from the fans who strongly disliked his character. Many of the dastardly actions made Jarrett one of the most hated wrestlers in the industry for WCW to use to their advantage. Faces like Diamond Dallas Page and Booker T benefited from feuding with Jeff Jarrett for the title.
WWE Universe would know LA Knight's name.
Was a top name in NXT.
I mean, I actually thought Jeff Jarrett's tenure as champion was quite good myself. And I did like his run in WCW better than pretty much anywhere. I mean, he did some good things in TNA. But overall, I think WCW is... I think they did a really good job of pushing Jeff Jarrett, whether at the time fans liked him or not. And I do remember the mixed reactions from the crowd. You know, I don't think more fans, they made it sound like more fans disliked him than liked him, but I remember very mixed reactions. Either way, he was garnering a reaction, right? And that's ultimately what matters. You got to be able to garner a reaction. But, I mean, do you like Jarrett at all, Oni?
Actually, I kind of do.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I've always been a Jarrett fan. I'm not...
And introducing the champion from Blackpool,
Yeah.
England, weighing in at 219 pounds. He is the Pure
Yeah, me too. And
champion.
what I didn't like that happened was when he lost to China for the Intercontinental Championship. I did not like... I mean, if they wanted to put China in there, make her... I don't care that Jarrett was losing. You simply come up to... Back then, you know, people like Alundra Blaze had Vince petrified. Paranoid. So they made some stupid decisions because a guy like Jeff Jarrett could simply vacate the title. Render it useless, and he's leaving the company. He doesn't want, you know what I mean? Drop the title. Do something. There's always a way. But Jeff Jarrett should absolutely not have lost that title to China. Absolutely not. I hated that. But it is what it is. Can't change the history, unfortunately. Unless you talk to Professor Poindexter and he somehow managed to get a time machine that actually works brought into existence for us. That could happen. What do you think, Froggy Mothlegs? Can Poindexter get a time machine working? You know, one that isn't going to kill you or send you somewhere you really don't want to go? I mean, we've all seen the one that Poindexter likes to travel around in, and he likes to boast about it, that he's found a way to travel through time. Have you ever also noticed that he complains that he doesn't know where he is? He's been losing his memory from time to time. He can't remember certain things. That's a little fucked up. We want one that actually works, right? Goes where you need to. Doesn't mess with the cerebral. We don't need any of that. Alright, so number 5 on this list. It's funny, he was on our last list as well, but Scott Steiner. So one of the best things about WCW towards the end was Scott Steiner having a heel run in the main event picture. Steiner finally got to the top of the mountain by defeating Booker T to win the WCW Championship as a villain. The dominant performances against Booker and Goldberg made Steiner even more credible at the top. If WCW didn't end his peak, Steiner likely would have been higher on the list, and of course the timing saw Steiner's best work coming when WCW already reached the point of no return. I'm just going to be a moment. My daughter's actually calling me, so I do have to take the call, but I'll be right back.
Each superstar trying to stay a step ahead.
I swear that always scares the crap out of me when he does this. What is going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well.
Clothesline.
Strife.
The cockiness of LA not even considering taking this seriously.
And that was an expertly executed DDT. The challenger's looking shaken. And he slides him back to the mat.
Match,
The Exploder!
Set up in the corner of the ring. Oh, it's raking.
Hey, it's Oni, James West.
Look out! And it's reverse pain for that mistake. Perhaps thinking about what to do next here.
James West, hope you're doing good tonight. Over here at YTD Academy Live Episode 29.
That was a matter. Oh, the pressure on the left knee.
Okay, you're good.
Archer workers left. Speaking some comments. That's the trick, Archer. Getting one of Brooks' big smile.
Why couldn't
Hi, Emmy. Hello there, person talking. She called to show me her new balls on FaceTime. I'll just be a few minutes LOL. Why didn't the bike say Randy at the back? He always gets last at sea. No James West and Matt Spears. Welcome to my world of guys and my daughter call.
You've been doing good, beating some people with bikes and Yakuza and
Bikes and that is accurate.
very nice indeed.
Turnbuckle, look at this power!
Going on with going for a pinfall.
This deep into
nice
the match,
roll, German
and
body.
Chad Gable. One count, it's stunning.
We all know how Gable gets when things don't go his way.
Didn't quite get a count from
Focus
there.
on getting the job done instead of complaining about the referee's count. One of these competitors is showing through tonight.
The incredible
Vicious hand Johnny Rainbow outside of the ring. To the outside of the ring, I should say. Now he is LNI gets up and knocks down Mr. Paint.
Arms a hook, opponent
Johnny
trapped.
Rainbow on the outside facing Chad Gable.
The champ
Is he going to give Chad Gable some Skittles?
and a kick out at two.
Getting
Or
that
is
shoulder
Mr.
up
Gable
now
going to
is
show
huge.
Johnny Rainbow a thing or two from the Academy?
Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want.
Nice suplex by Chad Gable. Oh, not over yet. And a second suplex. Does the roll once more, and indeed a third suplex. Three amigos, and he's going for the cover on Johnny Rainbow. One. Wait, no.
Everyone thought that was three.
Man, this place is jumping.
2 count on the LA Knight. This match has been crazy.
And he tosses him back
Pretty
in
damn crazy, I'm not
Brought
gonna
back
lie.
into the ring from the floor now. He's trying to intimidate his opponent one more time, but he's got to strike soon. And that was an efficient form of offense with that move. And what's he looking
Not
for
forget if this
here?
is elimination or if this is a one-fall match.
You really gotta be a
I'm
twisted
guessing,
The new
individual
jackpot
to go
number
for
30
those
chance to win a channel redemption of your choices.
I guess
301.
elimination.
The number to
I don't
win a
know.
YTD championship match is 0. The YTD championship match.
Pink looks like he's got an armbar on to Chad Gable. Johnny Rainbow and
Thunderous
LA Knight fighting on the outside.
turning the tables. The better part
I
of
thought
valor.
Knight was going to scoop slam Johnny Rainbow into the stop sign, but that wasn't quite what happened.
Ooh, what a damaging blow.
LA Knight kick to the gut. LA Knight with the
sir. Or ma'am.
BFT.
The champ kicks out.
You see the look on the challenger's face. So close to becoming champion, but the champ won't stay down.
And that looked like a rag doll being thrown around.
And he has free reign to the outside with no countouts to worry about.
Crossface.
Oh no,
See
this
what
is
else
not
is
where he
going on
wants
here.
to be.
Kind of multitasking
Can
at
he
the
roll
moment.
on his body? Can he roll? Can
Chad
he roll
Gable got a
here?
crossface on LA Knight,
And rolls him off.
looks like. And I don't see him tapping though.
Oh!
I see Johnny Rainbow doing a taunt when he should not be doing taunts. Right there in front of Mr. Pink.
Gosh, what a match.
Not at all the same guy from Reservoir
And he
Dogs
gets set back into the
whatsoever.
ring.
Is this Mr. Pink?
I have returned. Sorry about that.
The challenger is in.
Minnie, she called, had to take. She wanted to show, so she was supposed to go somewhere today, but it rained, and the event got rained out. So her mom took her at a surprise, and she wanted to show me her new dolls. So it was time for a break from the broadcast booth. But so what's been going on? I see no eliminations yet,
Boom, a forearm
and that.
No, I was just
Oh my God!
into the ring.
focused on commentary, and then you scare the shit out of me.
I see Stream Elements is still messing up. I tell you, YouTube and Stream Elements are not good bedfellows. It doesn't work nearly as good with YouTube as it does with Twitch. I don't know why. I gotta figure that out. Figure out what's going on. But anyways, James West and Matt Spears, I see you. What's new and exciting, guys? What's going on? Welcome into TWA 512 and of course YTD World War III's 29th episode. It's been a great afternoon of matches. Right now is a fatal four-way elimination matchup for the Pure Wrestling Championship. You can see Chad Gable in there, LA Knight, Johnny Rainbow is the reigning defending champion, and of course Mr. Pink has been on a path of destruction since inking a contract, so given some opportunity tonight with his undefeated record. Let's see if he can make the most of it right now. Well, Mr. Pink is laying all over him. He got the shoulder up, but he barely moved.
I don't either. Can this ref even count the
Johnny
three?
Rainbow is laying all over.
What did I say?
You said Mr. Pink was laying on top of him or something like that.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, Johnny Rainbow. Definitely blanketing Mr. Pink. There we go. But anyways, Froggy says, Johnny just dreaming of the rainbow. Oh, LA Knight drops Johnny Rainbow right on the back of his neck, and no referee there. That was a bit of 4 count. It is elimination. And he only got a 1 count out of that. Or was it a 2 count? I looked down for a second. I think it was only a 1 count. But that was at least a 4 count there. Johnny Rainbow got lucky.
Holy, meet the barricade.
Going right back after Mr. Pink. Apparently he seems to really be drawn to Mr. Pink. I think it's the beard. It's got to be the beard. He likes the pink beard. He wants to pull that puppy off. takes out Rainbow, goes after Gable. Nice suplex by Mr. Pink. And LA Knight with a sledgehammer right in the midsection. Matt Spears says, I remember when I created Johnny Rainbow many years ago.
And Gable somehow holding steady late into this matchup.
And give it up to Gable, still going strong here despite the grueling toll.
Yeah, I know. I just figured that out. I'm so used to seeing you as Oni
Nice takedown.
that seeing you as Matt Spears fucks with me. It's like when Froggy first started coming in as David Scott. I'm like, what the fuck? Who's David Scott? Your name is Froggy Mothlegs.
I didn't know.
In the world of
I didn't know
romance, this is
David
what we
Scott
call
was either. I'm like,
Yeah, it's Froggy, yeah.
barricade.
He likes to come in and confuse everybody.
Backbreaker. Right to the spine.
Yeah, so I was talking to you twice.
Absolutely.
Before I finally put 2 and 2 together. It wasn't until after I thought about it, after I read the piece about creating Johnny Rainbow many years ago.
One of our names.
Oh, look, you're in there twice.
Byron, in the world of romance, this is
You're
what
so
we call
nice, you're in there twice.
the French kiss.
Strife says, we are in as one of our names. What are your other names? What other names do you go by on YouTube?
Looking for the lapel lock. Lapel.
We can use
Froggy
it
says we can use our other account, but that's tied to our Twitch handle.
Return fire.
LA Knight.
Or does that say that's not? Oh, that's not. It was covered up by the goddamn heart thing.
Byron, in the world of romance, this is what we
Not
call
tied to our Twitch account. Gotcha.
the French kiss.
Why would your Froggy Mothlegs account not be tied to your Twitch account? That's weird.
Two count.
What is wrong with you?
A competitor.
Mr. Pink has been eliminated. Actually, is it down to Johnny Rainbow and Chad Gable? What the hell did we miss here? I think it is. I think it's down to Johnny Rainbow and Chad Gable for the Pure Wrestling Championship here.
Counters.
Wow.
Behind.
German suplex.
Wow, German suplex by Gable. Look, the referee's still not there. Johnny Rainbow kicks out at 2, but that was another 4 count at least there that Chad Gable had.
From behind. Uh-oh.
Oh, nice reversal by Johnny Rainbow. Holy shit. Oh, he's going for it.
In the world of romance,
He's setting him up. Can he nail it? He lands it.
the French
Gable in serious trouble. This one might be over.
will stay champ.
Israel and Virgil are the others too.
look at that.
And that is it. That is all. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Fatal 4-Way Elimination matchup and still
Guys feel no longer
your
each other.
YTD World War III
Here's
Pure Wrestling Champion from Team Infinite Oni and Matt Spears. Just want to throw that out there. Johnny Rainbow, your reigning defending champion. Congratulations to Johnny Rainbow. And, of course, to you, Infinite Oni. What a match by Johnny Rainbow. And I said he could pull out all the stops and find a way, as he always tends to do, to win that matchup. Crazy. That's awesome. I said it earlier, Johnny Rainbow has become one of my favorite superstars. So, all right. Here we go. Moving on to the next match of the evening. And we're officially, even though we have no betting lines, we're officially in the championship rounds of a normal show when we don't have a wall-to-wall championship card. But tonight, earlier today, rather, before we get into tonight, we, of course, had the debut of Lila Frost with a very successful debut, and she decided she was going to show up here tonight and challenge for the Junior Grand Prix Championship. She has, of course, had success in many promotions. Tonight, she takes on Alice Blade for the vacant Junior Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. So it is Lila Frost versus Alice Blade next match tonight. Oni, who do you think takes that one?
Well, the thing is, I really like Lila Frost. I love the look. I love the character.
A lot of people like Lila Frost, yeah.
I really want Lila Frost to win this, but I'm going to have to go with the real deal, Alice Blade.
That's true, Mr. David Scott. You can change your nickname to Froggy Mothlegs. Strife calling your ass out. He is correct. How dare you? But anyways, this one's a tough one for me. I've seen Lila Frost's body of work elsewhere. I've seen Alice Blade, obviously her body of work. Alice Blade is one half of the tag team champions. Lila Frost, though hungry, looking to break ground here in YTD World War III? I don't know. I'd like to say Alice Blade, but I think I'm going to go with Lila Frost here. I think I'm going to go with Lila Frost. By the way, we're going to find out right now. Next match of the night for the Junior Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. Lila Frost versus Alice Blade. Let's go. First match of the championship rounds. All right. Actually had a moment during the Fat Lad match where, for some reason, my audio was not working for my headset. I have no idea why. I didn't do anything to cause it, and I didn't do anything to correct it. Although I did say I corrected it. I didn't do anything. It just happened. I have no idea why. I went back and looked. It wasn't a very long period of time, but it was during the Fat Lad match. Very strange. Life is Great says, I changed mine to Life is Great. Yes, you did. As we can see. But anyways, I may as well get back to that list. Where were we? Where did I leave off?
Thank you to everybody watching tonight for spending part of your Halloween with us.
Scott Steiner. We already talked about that. Okay, so number 4 on the list is Lex Luger. So fans hated Lex Luger as a dominant heel WCW champion in the early 90s. Luger often ran down the audience and the face characters in the manner that added to his arrogant gimmick. Ron Simmons' feud with Luger established him as a hated villain. Sting and Luger developed chemistry during his time as the ideal face versus heel program. Luger's lengthy title reign ended at the hands of Sting before making the move to WWE. The timing saw Lex leaving his ideal promotion at his peak to ruin his best chance at more success. And that's true because he came over, and even though he was over with fans, especially with the whole Lex Express concept, they just buried him with Bret Hart, Hulk Hogan, and Yokozuna at the time. You know what I mean? Luger should have become champion. He really, really should have. But obviously there was things behind the scenes, negotiations and creative decisions being made weren't agreed to. There's a lot of things. And he ended up going back to WCW anyways. But it's too bad. I think Lex Luger had one of the most underrated runs because his work, again, his body work during the whole Lex Express era was amazing. And to watch some of the things he did outside the business during that time was also pretty cool. So I don't know. I really liked that. He should have been champion, in my opinion, I think. Oh, yeah. He's just one of those guys that should have and wasn't. Like why Mr. Perfect was never a WWE or WWF champion at the time. Why he was never Intercontinental Champion more than I think once or twice. Just kind of crazy. Same with Ravishing Rick Rude. How he was never World Champion, I don't know. One of the original full packages in pro wrestling. One of the best to ever lace them up. He could talk, he could wrestle. He was a bodybuilder and a powerhouse, but he could also technically get in there and technically mix it. I mean, Rick Rude was fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. One of the best heels I remember. So was Razor Ramon. You know, it's too bad him going to... Because when he went to WCW and just became Scott Hall, even when he came back the whole Razor Ramon thing was just a shadow of his former self type of thing by that point. Plus, they were just calling him Scott Hall when he returned as well, so there's that. But when you think of back when Razor Ramon first started out, I mean, that was such a cool heel gimmick. And they really put him on. But again, another guy that didn't win the World Championship. It was like, how did Razor Ramon not become World Champion? It's kind of crazy, you know. I think today he definitely would become World Champion. If you're able to bring Razor Ramon into the future and put him in the ring, and I think he would become World Champion. But I don't know. There's a lot of them. When you think about it, there's a lot of people we can probably think of and say, man, how they weren't World Champion, I don't know. Who's somebody you can think of that didn't win the World Championship that absolutely should have?
In my opinion,
yeah. Goldust, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I've said that a lot. Some people agree, some people don't agree, but I absolutely think he should have, yeah. I really enjoyed his because he was much better at performing, I think. Even if he didn't enjoy it, I think he was better as Goldust than he was as just as Dustin Rhodes, right? I think. I don't know. And then, of course, when he leaves WWE, he goes over to TNA and does a very similar character. Actually, it was kind of the reverse character of Goldust in a way. My daughter's attempting to call me back again. I'll just ignore her for now and see what happens with that. But, sorry, who else did you... Pardon me?
Black Rain.
Black Rain, yes. Black Rain. It was like almost the opposite of the Goldust character. It wasn't bad, but I don't know. I'm trying to remember, did he win any titles during his reign as Black Rain?
I don't think so.
I don't think he did either. I don't think that character went too far at all, really, but...
There was that one time in WCW he came in at 7, but then
Just give me a moment while I answer this. She's being a savage here. Hold on.
Twist it up. Great counter. Moves outside. What's the plan here?
Leaving nothing to chance here with a baseball bat in hand.
Snap suplex. Is it enough? The cover!
What a kick out. Stomp after stomp after stomp.
And her resolve's looking unsteady here.
Yeah, she keeps getting cut down at the pass.
And now thrown back into the ring.
Okay, I have returned. That was a much shorter conversation than I had anticipated. But she kept calling back over and over and over, so I thought, okay. Well, I can't continue this charade. So, anyways.
what I was saying.
No countouts, there's nothing keeping her inside the
there was
ring.
that one time in WCW where
Ducking
he
underneath.
was 7,
This is a unique move.
Yes.
and he came up to the ring, and then he basically did a shoot.
There's 2.
He definitely had a couple different gimmicks, but I don't know. I liked Goldust. I got to be honest. I'm one of those people that even enjoyed Stardust. I thought Cody Rhodes, again, he wasn't necessarily overly fond of that gimmick, but I thought he took it and ran with it and did a really good job with it. I would like to seen him win a title as Stardust, but I mean, we all know that Vince McMahon, historically, other than a few instances where you can think of, if you had a painted face or a mask, chances are you weren't winning the big title. Yeah, very few exceptions. It just doesn't happen. So anyways, number 3 on this list is Ric Flair. So the heel character of Ric Flair always delivered positive results in WCW. Flair was at his peak when talking trash and running down the fans or face wrestlers. The Four Horsemen helped Flair protect his title reign during various WCW championship runs. I don't know why they say various. Ric Flair will tell you himself he never won a match clean. He always had help. He laughs about that, actually. But anyways, Flair had some of his best programs as a heel against Sting, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, and quite a few others. WCW moved Flair back and forth between face and heel characters, but his title reigns as heel helped define his legacy. I mean, I don't think we can argue that, but... I mean, actually, I don't really recall a time where Ric Flair was really what you would consider a face, was he? Can you remember? I mean... I mean, I can't. Maybe more of a neutral or whatever, but a face? I don't know. I don't recall a period of time, except for when he came back to WWE. Remember when I'm trying to remember what his programs were then, but he came back and challenged Vince's authority when he was going to give Kurt Angle the world championship, remember? And he came back as a shareholder of the company. It was Vince's partner. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like 50%.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. And I think this was like post-moments.
What an elbow drop!
So I guess you could say he was a face during that period of time.
In the face of danger.
But I mean, for majority of his career, he was best. His notoriety came from being a heel.
Back in from ringside.
He's the dirtiest player in the game.
Exactly. So, But I don't know that it was just WCW that defined his legacy either, for that matter. But they definitely gave him a big push to improve that legacy, I would say. By the way, I did see, I believe, Alice Blade pick up a fall over Lila Frost here. But the thing is, I'm not sure what the score of the match is, because we've been going over the list and talking, so I'm not really sure what the score of the... But Alice Blade just picked up another fall. That's 2 straight falls for Alice Blade over Lila Frost. Does anybody know what the score is of the match?
I didn't know this was a Iron to Gold.
It is Iron to Gold, yeah. That's the problem with Iron to Gold. I don't know why they don't tally the scores. Remember before, they used to tally the score for you so you would know who was winning.
But the HUD's off. Hip tosses are way out of the hole. The scores are tallied, but you got the HUD.
Oh, they show it on the HUD? See, I don't know why they wouldn't have it pop up on a clock. That's stupid.
Honestly, I don't like having this.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want a bunch of shit on the screen either. That's the main reason I turned that all off. Plus, it adds to the, it adds to the illusion better if it's off.
If you see the HUD, you know your character's in big danger, and if you get hit with the finishers or something, I mean, it's like, okay, well, you know you're gonna lose, or something like that. So it's better to have a little mystery.
Well, we got some conversation going on here in the chat here. Froggy said the account is linked to their Google, which does have Froggy Moth Legs as a nickname, but it doesn't display here. Our other channel doesn't allow us to change our name for some reason. It's been a thing. The channel we use for most of our music is stuck as a dumb Final Fantasy 11 reference. Okay. Yeah, Goldust took a gimmick that would bury almost anyone else, and he made it an iconic character that we're all still talking about. Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. As did his brother. I like Stardust. Yeah, me too. I was just saying to Oni that I actually really liked Stardust. And there's another fall for Alice Blade. Again, I'm not sure what the score is, but I know for sure that is 3 falls for Alice Blade that I've seen.
Oh my gosh, that's gross.
Froggy also likes Stardust. Rey Mysterio is the only exception we know of. Yeah, I think definitely the one that stands out. Rick was part of the cause that led to the grocery store match with Stone Cold and Booker T. That was hilarious. Do you remember that, Oni? The grocery store match with Stone Cold and Booker T?
I vaguely do, yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious, the whole thing. Stripe says you have to turn the game visuals on the HUD. Yeah, no, see, we don't want to do that. That's like, having a picture-in-picture stuck on your screen for too long. It is an annoyance. It is an eyesore. And that is a sore spine. Oh, got nailed in the skull, too. Alice Blade very good at wielding that baseball bat. Taking lessons from Sting, perhaps. Lila Frost now going to take her chance. But gets caught by Alice Blade. Crazy, she's trying to be a Grand Slam champion, yeah. Big forearm to the side of the head of Lila Frost. I tell you, Alice Blade looking good in there tonight. Lila Frost drops her face first on the concrete, though. 2 count only.
Can you believe she powered out?
I'm going to guess at this point, Froggy does not know the score of the match either, neither does Strife, so we're just going to have to guess. I mean, have you seen Lila get a pinfall or a submission?
Oh, no. One of the most dreaded maneuvers.
No, me neither. I think it's 3-0. I know, right? And there's another fall. That's 4. So, it very well could be 4-0 right now. It could be 4-0, because again, I don't recall any falls by Lila Frost.
Price check on asshole. I know the score.
Stone Cold just chugging milk and pouring it all over Booker T was hilarious. Yeah, it was. And there's Lila Frost with a submission. So that's maybe 4-1. Stone Cold scanning Booker T and saying, "What? Price check on asshole." Froggy says, "I know the score, but I'm not telling." Okay, I don't know, he says. Yeah, we figured. There's another submission for Lila Frost. Holy shit, that's 2 back-to-back submissions for Lila. Going for a pinfall attempt now after walking all over her chesticles. And a pinfall. 2 submissions. That is 3 falls in a row for Lila Frost with 2 minutes 40 seconds remaining in this matchup. And she is on the verge of trying to tie this thing. She's in it to win it. Oh, Alice Blade, though, with a suplex cutter. And another fall. So that's about 5-3, I believe.
Looking for something. Under the ring.
I do believe it's 5-3. In comes Alice with a hockey stick, but gets caught. Gave Lila the high ground. That was pretty silly. I mean, who gives somebody the high ground? Except for Anakin Skywalker, but that doesn't matter. He was corrupted. Holy shit! Alice Blade ragdolled her right over the friggin' ropes. And what's she doing? Look at this. Oh my God! Oh my God, Alice Blade taken to the skies, all the way down to the floor, takes Lila out. And now she's got a submission locked in.
Looking for the submission. She's got the submission cinched in tight. She could be up a fall.
Lila's fighting it. Wow, Lila's got a lot of gas left in the tank. I gotta tell you, Alice Blade better be careful. Lila picked up 3 falls in a row. She only needs 2 to tie here. A little less than a minute and a half left of the matchup. Oh! Nice. Time's quickly running out, though. Lila's going to have to do something if she wants to tie this thing. Otherwise, Alice Blade is going to end up retaining her championship. Or sorry, she's not retaining it. This is for the vacant Junior Grand Prix Championship, isn't it? It is, yes. There's another fall. That would put the score of the match at 6-3 in favor of the champion. Or sorry, why do I keep saying that? I keep thinking, like, you know, Akira has a title. Kaiva has a title. There's a rolling cutter.
She says, no thanks.
But I think any offense mounted by Lila Frost at this point is too little too late. Stripes has been dealing with a thing. Can't really pay attention. What thing? There's another fall. I believe that is 7-3. Don't leave us hanging. What's the thing? What have you been dealing with?
And she's really being knocked around here. She's been pushed into a bad spot for sure.
And there we go. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the Iron to Gold match. And still, YTD World War 3. No, there I go again. I was going to say, Jesus Christ, I got to get my shit in order, Oni. Why do I want to say that somebody already has this belt? It is vacant. So the winner of the match and new Junior Grand Prix Wrestling Champion from Team Sir Jack the Greatest, Alice Blade, your new reigning defending Junior Grand Prix Wrestling Champion. Congratulations to Sir Jack and to Alice Blade, and of course the Blade Runners. We have ourselves a new Junior Champion here tonight. Yeah, I don't know what it is. For some reason, I kept wanting to say that somebody already had that belt. I wanted to give Alice a belt before she actually had it. Crazy.
Blade. What a shift into the tides with this championship match.
I have no idea. I don't even have an explanation of why that was happening. But anyways.
Oh, come on, Corey. Don't be such a party pooper. We've got a new champion.
We have a new Junior Champion. So Alice Blade can now challenge whomever walks out the Grand Prix Wrestling Champion tonight.
Well, that would be either... Is this the January Shayna Baszler match?
No. Actually, Roxanne Riley versus January ladder match. It was a redemption.
Oh, I thought I redeemed that one before.
Damn right.
I guess I missed it. Oh, good. No, I don't care.
Yeah, it is a one-on-one ladder match though. No multi-man match for January tonight. She's getting a break. She's gonna go out there and do her thing. All right, here we go. And speaking of which, that is the next match of the evening. It is for the Women's Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. It is a ladder match and a team redemption. It is Roxanne Riley from Team Life is Great taking on the coldest bitch on the planet and first time ever sextuplet champion in TWA history, January. And that match is coming right up next. Now, I mean, I'm a big fan of Team Life is Great. I'm a big fan of Roxanne Riley, but I got to tell you, I think January retains here. I'm just going to come right out and say it. No hesitation. I think January retains.
It's a ladder match.
Well, I know. I mean, and she's been dominant in both ladder matches and regular singles competition matchups. So, I mean, I don't know. Now, Roxanne Riley's a little smaller, maybe a little quicker. But, I mean, January is very agile, very athletic, powerhouse. Roxanne Riley's got her hands full at trying to dethrone January, that I'll say. That I will say.
I won't count Roxanne out either.
Well, no. You can never count out Roxanne. By the way, did you see the information about Roxanne? Apparently, Mrs. Archer has been removed from the Blade Runners. Apparently, that's been something that's been in the works for a while, and Mrs. Archer has agreed to walk away from the Blade Runners after it caused far too much controversy within the family. They have a new member they're bringing in by the name of Roxanne Riley. That's interesting. Isn't that interesting? I just happened to catch the vignette earlier. What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
I'm not sure what to think about that. I mean, that's...
The Outlaws certainly attempting to build a dominant faction. I mean, they want to be able to challenge the likes of the Wolfpack gals, and even though Winter Swarm is a duo, they have the prowess of a faction when you think about it. I mean, they are so dominant. The championships they've won, the matchups it's not even just about the championship. It's who they've beaten, who they've been in the ring with. You know what I mean? It's insane to think what both B. Jackson and January have done.
Introducing the challenger.
And this is, of course, the co-main event of the evening, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Second match of the championship rounds. One match remaining. And then, depending on time available, perhaps we have a go-home happy match. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Lately we've had some go-home happy matches, so it's been great. Depends on... Now, last night probably would have been one of those nights to not have one, but we figured what the hell. I was wired as fuck anyways. Wasn't going to sleep anytime soon, so we did it anyway. Normally, however, if we run that late into the morning, we wouldn't do a go-home happy match. But I think we can probably make that happen tonight. There's only one more match, the main event of the evening, for the Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. Humboldt's putting his title on the line. It's going to be a wicked matchup. It is an elimination royale. He's got to go through 5 other villains who are trying to strip him of his title. So it's going to be very interesting. But if we were to have a go-home happy match, what would you guys like to see? What would you like to see?
And Corey, I can tell you these superstars are excited to be able to compete.
You have a suggestion?
Would you stop, Cole?
No, it's only going to work if January retains.
If January, okay, so let's say January retains. I mean, I personally feel like she's going to. No offense to the television champion, formidable competitor, formidable champion. She's won it on more than one occasion, defended it. January is a different beast, a different ball game, though. That's why I got to go with January. But so if January retains,
I really want to see that January Shayna match.
January and Shayna Baszler. Now, that was a non-title request, right?
No, that was a title request.
Was it a title request?
Yeah, I didn't do it wrong.
I'll have to go look. Let me look. Hold on. You could be right. Okay, yeah, you go ahead. Yeah, absolutely, go for it.
I can confuse and stuff, so yeah, I can do that for sure. But I gotta say, I love this entrance.
Is this Rox's first time one-on-one with January?
All right. Lion Sin Escador comment in the Discord. No match for me today. I was at my brother's house this weekend. Yes, you were. You told us that. Probably why your, employee did not have a match today. But and Soul Ember's message to give an update on his attire and merchandise upgrade. Sorry, say that again?
Either way, I'm the champion. Can I not choose to defend my title?
Sure you can.
And of course, quick thank you to everybody watching tonight for spending part of your Halloween with us.
Because
I can see that Saxon got dressed up for the occasion. I didn't realize they made nerd costumes.
Oh, you're right. It was just an Academy Dark match.
Yeah, I couldn't remember for sure.
To go on a path of destruction or walk into someone's path of destruction.
I know it was Sir Jack that redeemed January versus Roxanne Roddy for the Grand Prix championship. I knew that.
After plenty of hype and social media chatter, the bell has finally been rung on this championship match. The time for talk is over.
So okay, yeah, that's fine. You can change it. That's not a big deal. I mean, what a hell of a go home happy with that match that would be. Shayna Baszler versus January, Grand Prix Wrestling Championship, and to defend the title twice in one night. Not many people do that. And or are capable of, to be fair. Okay, before I finish off the list, I have to use the facilities again. I think I got to stop drinking coffee for the night, first and foremost. But I won't be long. If you guys want to tell some jokes in the chat, we can read them live. You want to tell us a story? Tell us something about your life, something interesting and intriguing. Do whatever you want. Within reason, Froggy, and Kraken if you're still lurking. We do not want to have a discussion for the rest of the show about voyeurism and dildos, but, I mean, when you have Kraken skulls around, those are the things that you risk. So, but anyways, I'll be right back. Enjoy the match, and I shouldn't be too long.
And finds a counter, caving in the abdomen. Ooh, she just turned it around. And she gets herself out of a precarious position.
I haven't heard from them. They aren't answering their phone. No, they
now redeemed Shayna Baszler versus whoever the women's Grand Prix champion is for that
She's in her clutches.
No,
countering with a chop block will alter any attack.
We'll start talking about dildos.
So from your vantage point, what should the strategy be here?
Don't go for the home run shot just yet. It's still early in this match, so keep it conservative. Set ladders up to be used later, but for now, the best offense is a good defense.
Clover leaf stretch. Attacking the back in that way. There's definitely a plan in place here.
Impressive reversal there.
Hooked up. Nothing fancy there. Spinning Uranagi.
Whoa!
Monster plex.
Was definitely not thinking about finesse with that one. Was only thinking about dominance. Just continuing to dismantle their opponent.
Tossed back into the ring.
Takedown. Looking for the crossface. It's cinched in. This could be over. Well, this isn't going to win the fall, but it's going to do a lot of damage. Fighting desperately. She rolls her way out of the submission and takes control.
Working on a new project.
With his pretty take all as well. Dex is a bit worried. Not that he'd admit it.
So, yeah.
She's looking to climb the ladder here. She's going to have to move quick. Counters. This could be an opportunity.
Now, if January was smart, she would hammer throw Roxanne Riley out of the ring, and January would climb that ladder and go for the title. That would be the smart thing.
Uh-oh. Complete darkness has just come over this arena.
Oh, don't be scared, Byron. Don't be scared, Byron. Don't be scared.
So, Roxanne using that magic.
Punch. Nasty. And that's perfect positioning for the ladder.
Money.
Going to the top here, guys.
Looking to finish it.
She's looking to unhook it here.
I think she's got a chance.
So anyone paying attention knows that Roxanne Riley has angered the loving Akira Blade. Life has received a warning, but next time toxic outer.
Now, Roxanne Riley wins this match is a huge win. Not only for the fact that, you know, it's the Grand Prix title, but the fact that she won't have beaten January in a ladder match, and that's really hard to do. That's difficult.
No, don't do this. No. This is crazy. Enough. What noise from the ladder?
She might have just grabbed victory out of the jaws of defeat with that one.
That white noise
it does not look too good for her either.
The ladder.
That one, Corey.
I understand why these worried thoughts.
I think it's gonna happen.
She's going for it, just has to get it free.
There's no
This no January's in up. Is going for it.
New champ.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner and new YTD Grand Prix Wrestling Champion, representing Team Life is Great, Roxanne Riley. That was a hell of a win you just pulled off.
And I'm
Life.
scared.
You're one of the few
Here is your winner,
who
and
beat January in a ladder match.
Grand Prix champion, Sorceress
Holy
Roxanne.
shit, I
Need
love
to go
that.
backstage.
I still can't believe it.
There you see
And I
our
got to
new
say the
champion.
line.
People are going
Archer
to
is
be
still
talking
going.
about this match for a long time coming. Talking about where
let
they
us
were
I don't have the
when
soundboard,
title changed hands.
unfortunately,
Yeah, we had the
so
distinct pleasure of having the best
I will
seats
do the
in the
whole
house,
clapping
gentlemen.
thing right now.
Alice setting the dice up for
But
success.
yeah, congratulations to
Right.
Team Life is Great
Got
and
back to
Roxanne
sanity.
Riley, your new YTD Academy Women's Grand Prix Champion. However, I
Yeah, we
have
heard some
changed
rumors
the
about the
redemption,
blades and some
so
property
I
damage.
got to know where Shayna
What
Baszler
got
is
up their
now.
collective asses?
Has
Confused.
redeemed
Skipping
a
the
match
rest.
towards
Air
Roxanne
horns.
Riley, but
Allegedly.
I don't see you having much of a problem. Maybe I can. No. But like, wow, huge win, huge upset. Honestly, I'm not even mad.
I have returned. Sorry about that. In the process of coming back from the facilities, Mrs. Archer called, so I had to answer that call as well. She wanted to know what we were doing.
Okay.
Sorry, you're okay. You did what?
I pretty much did the whole line where that is it, that is all, and I did the whole spiel, but Roxanne Riley just pulled an upset victory over January, and she's one of the few women now to have beaten January in a ladder match.
I mean, I was just gonna say, how did that match go? Because I was certainly surprised to come back and see Roxanne Riley holding January's championship. I'm not gonna lie.
Said he could fix your office if you like.
What happened was Roxanne did a white noise from the top of the ladder
Rox joining the family
and knocking
faction was a
January
big
out.
no-no,
And
and Alice
then
told
Roxanne
Akira it wouldn't
climbed
happen
up,
yet.
and right
Alice
before
herself
January could
brought
get to
Rox
her,
in anyway, so Akira is D.
Roxanne
Involved in
had the
this
last
conflict.
notch and had the title, so it was over.
Wow. Interesting, but good match though. At least I hope. Would you say?
Yeah, indeed, hell of a match.
Yeah. Excellent. I mean, not that I would expect less. I mean, you're talking about January. You're talking about Roxanne Riley, two of the best in the business today. So you do expect a spectacle each and every time they step foot in the ring, no matter who they're facing. But the two of them together, I would assume, would create some fireworks. Unfortunately, I missed it. I mean, I wasn't even... Actually, to be fair, I don't think I was even gone that long. Took care of business, then answered the phone call and came right back in, and it was already over. Roxanne Riley standing on the ropes holding and I was just like, what the fuck did I miss? But anyways, here we go. Main event of the evening, and then we'll have our go-home happy match. Oh, wait a minute, we can't have that now because January lost the championship. We can still do Shayna Baszler versus January. Unless you have a different redeem.
Archer, I changed the redeem.
Okay, what's the go-home happy match?
Guy following me around now.
I said Shayna
I hope
Baszler
he
versus
likes
the Women's
coffee.
Grand Prix Champion.
So Shayna versus Roxanne Riley. You're going to put it right back in action. You savage, you. What type of matchup? Falls count anywhere.
What
do you want to do?
Kava knows what happened to your office.
Have mixed martial arts rules made up?
Yeah, it's called. Well, we have one called the Fight Pit. It's inside 4 sides of steel. The only way to win is submission or knockout.
And heard some of it while he was setting something
is
up.
that like a 2 out of 3 or 1 fall?
I can't remember. I believe it is 1 fall.
2 out of 3 to simulate rounds, but either way, that could work.
Yeah, I think it might be a 1 fall. I know we sorry, do Fight Pit? Okay. But before we get there, before we get to the Go Home Happy match, it is main event time. Humboldt from Team Strife putting his Grand Prix Wrestling Championship on the line against JC from Team Surjack, the greatest. Seth freaking Rollins, Damian Priest, the reigning, defending 2-time television champion, Mick Marvelous, and of course, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. That is next. Let's keep the ball rolling. It is time to turn and burn. Let's go. All right, so you think Humboldt has a chance to retain? I mean, he has been winning matches and retaining in instances where I actually thought he was doomed to take the big L. So he's been really shocking the world lately. But do you think, with concerning his, considering his how full his plate is, who his competition is, do you think he can pull it out again? Do you think he retains, or do you think we see a new champion?
And is for the Grand Prix Championship. Introducing the challenger, representing the Judgment Day from New York, weighing in.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would like to see, I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to see any champion retain if they get, the opportunity to do so. But, I mean, the company that he's in, beginning with the man walking to the squared circle right now, it is a tough feat, I think. He's got his work cut out for him. Strife said Humboldt's was a few doors down and heard some of it while he was setting something up. Uh-oh.
This is his first defense.
Yep, now Allison Kaiva knows what happened to your office. What am I missing here? I gotta go back and see what I'm missing. This conversation is not making any sense. Strife says, yay, got back to see it. Weird rumors about the blades and some property damage. What got up their collective asses? Oh, okay, gotcha. Rock joining the family faction was a big no-no, and Alice told Akira it wouldn't happen, yet Alice herself brought Rox in anyway, so Akira is definitely upset. That's why Kaiva told Alice she won't get involved in this conflict. Meanwhile, Akira is teaming with Amber Extreme, though, right? I mean, she's not a blade. Just saying, just throwing that out there. I tried to keep the destruction of my office under wraps, but the pack wouldn't let that fly. There's a security guy following me around now. I hope he likes coffee. Don't waste coffee. I mean, throw water. It's more plentiful. I mean, you can filter piss and drink it. Coffee, however, it's hard to find a good coffee these days. That explains Strife's comment. Next, thanks, Azrael. I might take Humboldt up on that offer. Kyle helped clean up the broken pieces. Same with Severn and War, but we need to rebuild my desk and patch the walls. A lot of destruction going on in the locker room. Goddamn. But at least they're fixing it. I don't have to pay for it. This is the first defense. Again, he lost it and got it back a few matches later. Actually, I think he recently had a title defense, Strife. I think he might have had one. You'd have to go and look at the videos, but I'm almost positive.
Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 226 pounds, the Saint, Mick.
Let me see here.
Marvelous.
Here we go, gentlemen.
I'm actually looking myself now. Now you've got me curious. But I'm pretty sure he just had a title defense. Not too long ago.
All of WWE right now.
Mr. Pink. Maybe he hasn't. Unless it was on an episode of YTD World War 3 live. Yeah, no. Let me go back and see. I think the last match here might be from...
Was it on one of the last 2 shows?
A couple of weeks ago.
We missed a big chunk of one in all of yesterday's.
When he actually won the championship back, maybe.
And of course, quick thank you to everybody watching tonight for spending part of your Halloween with us.
There's Big Bubba Bruno winning the title. See, I think that Humboldt's might have won the title on a live show. I believe he won it on a live show. So no recent title defense. I thought there was. Again, unless it was on one of the live shows. It might have been on one of the last 2 shows, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, but I know he has defended the title. So it has to be, I guess. Who he defended it against, that I can't remember. Speaking of Humboldt's, though, here he comes. The reigning, defending, undisputed YTD World War III Grand Prix Wrestling Champion from Team Variants of Strife. Or on here, Seraph Strife. I mean, Humboldt's entrance rivals that of The Undertaker's. You know what I mean? It is so long.
Yeah.
But yet so... It leaves you in awe. It leaves you with chills.
Humboldt's.
Yeah, it's really, really great. And I love the aesthetics. I love everything about it.
Let's go.
But at the same time, it's one of the... this is going to sound bad. It is really long. I will say that.
It's definitely long.
The old man.
It's like a Pittsburgh
Bubba saved his energy for the win.
Yeah, I mean, even as time went on, I mean, you listened to the initial gong and you watched him come out, but if you had to pee, you went to the bathroom and just came back before he hit the ring. Even when it came to The Undertaker, because his entrances were always immensely long. Always. But there were many superstars like that. You like to watch them once in a while, but not all the time.
Well, I was talking to some friends about stuff like that once, and basically imagine if Undertaker was to face Glacier.
Oh my God.
As I heard, his entrances was pretty long too.
Yeah, it was. You should pull that up on YouTube at some point and check it out, actually, if you've never seen it. It was kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy. Yeah, for sure. And by the way, I say it all the time, and I like to plug them because I enjoy the content. You guys got, if you haven't already, check out NWA Power with 2 R's on YouTube. I'm telling you, NWA puts on some good matches. You know, they've really revived that company. Billy Corgan's actually doing a pretty good job.
I'll tell you what feels like the longest entrance, Oz.
Yeah, I remember seeing a couple times. It really has that old school vibe as well.
It sure does. That studio feel to it, like they always had. I love it. And they've got some good stories. They've got some good talent. They really. So when they have championship matches, they make sure they focus and put everything into those championship matches as possible. And that I like. You know, it's not just the build up to those matches. They do their best job at making sure the championship matches is better than the build, the hype of the build, so to speak. WWE, TNA, AEW, they don't always have that. They don't always do that. AEW is actually bad for not really having any great long-standing rivalries, feuds, or stories to begin with. You know, I made the joke last night, I believe, or early this morning, rather, that they just, I don't know, you can watch an hour of AEW and see the entire roster, so why tune in next week or to the next show that's on 2 days from now or whatever? Because the one thing they're bad at is having so many people on camera during a show that it's crazy. You know, and they wonder why they have no direction. You know, how do you like, who's their superstar? other than Chris Jericho, for instance? I mean, I assume probably CM Punk would have been your answer a couple of weeks ago, but now he is gone. And again, we are left with a company that after 3 years, their biggest star is still Chris Jericho, I think. And that's something I don't know, they don't seem to be in a hurry to change that. I don't know why.
I ate too much Halloween candy.
They really need to have their main star be someone that's, like, how can I put this right? It seemed like back in TNA, in my opinion, their biggest star was AJ Styles.
Yeah, I think so. I think that holds true.
He was the guy. You think TNA, you think AJ Styles. So when AJ was feuding with John Cena, it was a really big deal.
Representing the
hey, Archer.
Hey, Glenola, welcome in. Made a good time. Main event of the night. We're going to have one go-home happy match. So you're actually going to get to hang out with us for 2 matches. Excellent. Glad you made it.
Eating a little bit of dinner right now.
Nice. What do you have?
Well, I got a cold piece of cube steak that is left over from when the parents had cooked. And then I got 3 pulled pork sandwiches.
What up, Tommy?
A cube steak and 3 pulled pork sandwiches.
I thought we agreed on 2 happy matches.
Wow. And what are you having with it? Anything? You having? I guess so. Are you having any rice, potatoes, salad, anything with it?
Just some cheese on the sandwiches.
Just some cheese on the Sammy. I love cheese.
Me too.
Yeah.
And hello, Live. Hello, Froggy. And Stripe. And everybody else in the chat.
Sir Jack is in there. Yeah.
Hey, Sir Jack.
It's been a great show.
Awesome.
Did you see Severn's match in YTD Dark today?
I haven't seen the match.
Okay.
I saw that it was there, but
yeah, CM Punk and Ryback, and it was a 2-on-1 handicap match. I believe it was Joe Link that redeemed that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think it was.
No, it was BM Punk. So
BM Punk.
But yeah, I took, got to sleep about 7:30 this morning. Was up at 9.
Wow.
I needed to lay back down.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it was cat nap time. So Roxanne Riley had a big night. A match was redeemed. I think it was Team Sir Jack the Greatest. Roxanne Riley versus January. It was a ladder match for the Women's Grand Prix Wrestling Championship, and Roxanne Riley actually won. Interesting. It was definitely an upset. Well, anybody that was worried that Roxanne Riley not associating with the Wolfpack gals any longer was going to affect her career, I think she's doing just fine. She is doing just fine. I mean, looks like she may have found a new home with a new faction as well.
Yep. The only thing that may affect her career is she will be not receive any mercy in matches. You know, she's up against the Wolfpack gals. You know, they're not going to be nice about it. I like Roxanne Riley. I think she's pretty awesome. Like,
I am interested to know the. My wife just walked through the door. I remember I forgot to call her back. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Well, there's your 1 second.
He's taking this to the floor now.
Because every time I'm on the app, on the broadcast, my phone is in speaker mode. So when he plays those damn frigates or does the air horn when it comes back, it always scares me.
And he slides him back to the mat.
I end up scaring him. I scare him every few weeks. Just by saying hi.
Elevated flatliner. Looking for the victory. 2. Strong kick out at 2 from the champion.
This is no time to hesitate. You can feel the end coming.
Archer's been away this whole show.
DDT.
He has been away.
Wow.
Raised down an elbow retaliation. Ringside and back to the mat.
I was gonna say, things happen once in a while. And
no, nothing bad. His daughter was calling like FaceTime game or something. Him, her daughter, stuff like that.
Well, me, she, that's much more important than us.
And he gets delivered back into the...
This Archman gets back. Sunny Day was here in the so she can say force pack girls with that.
Fishing for something beneath the
ring. Yeah.
He's brought a stop sign. You have to think he can do some serious damage here.
This could do it.
I imagine B. Jackson saying it.
The challenger's able to kick out.
He's still got life in this matchup. Sidewalk slam.
Almost drove him through the ring.
Oh, had that well scouted. Uh-oh, he's searching for something.
That table has only one destiny, and it involves
almost get eliminated.
Rhodes looking to end this.
Looking to put his opponent on Dream Street. Crossroads.
Elimination, right?
I'm not sure.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now.
I think Humboldt's might have got...
Look out!
I don't see Humboldt's life. Did Humboldt's get eliminated?
I'm guessing
I don't even see him.
April 5th. Priest got him with some for having on the floor.
If that is the case, I think we'll guarantee a new champion.
We can have a new champion. Is it enough?
Yeah,
Just
he
got
just
knocked
beat
out.
Marco.
Okay. So we are guaranteed a new champion.
Awesome.
I think, I forget which title is it. This is for the Grand Prix title, right?
Hey, old man.
I'll be honest, I didn't pay attention.
Right.
Pulls the trigger.
Me neither. I was multitasking. I don't need to broadcast everything. I don't even pay attention.
I was pumped when I saw this.
That's what we have live for Joe Lake is really good for us. Yeah, they'll keep us informed what's going on.
This is a unique move.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mr. Joe Link isn't here, but like.
What a kick out.
What? What do you say? This is amazing.
What a match.
There goes Cody.
And Cody's gone.
Priest setting his crosshairs squarely on his opponent.
Oh, elbow right to the bread.
All right, chat. What's this match for? It's for the Grand Prix title, the main event. I think it's for the Grand Prix title. I mean, that's what I would book as far as the main event goes.
He kicks out in two.
Yeah, I'm just the opposite. I've been known to book the main title as the opening match.
NAG face with rolling eyes, the winner I ran to his hour.
Kicks out.
The champion's shock is palpable. The champ will have to dig deeper now.
Yeah.
Gonna see a new champ.
That's gotta be it. Kick out.
This is where
Humboldt
desperation
is a
becomes a
submission
factor. Time to
specialist.
pull out all the
He
stops.
did not stand a chance of winning this big of a match.
He just kicked out by a fraction of a second.
Thought Christian Hart would win Iron the Gold submissions match, the Iron submissions match also, but that didn't happen.
A competitor has been eliminated.
So, I mean, you never know what's going to happen here in YTD Academy Live, or Wrestle Wars Genesis for that matter.
DDT.
I forget to steal our this place.
Precision shot, and now Rollins is bleeding.
We must,
Glazed over.
Makes the cover. Oh, and he just kicked out.
The must-see late one supposed to be the best in wrestling excellence bar none.
Especially with production messing with people.
Period.
Clearly thinking, what am I going to have to do to put this one away?
I'm terrible with it myself. I screw it up every time.
Driven into the barricade.
Seth Rollins just sitting back
This
and
is the
degrading his
place to
opponent.
be.
This isn't the smartest thing to do. Antagonizing your opponent instead of attacking him.
I am back. I have returned. What's going on? What did I miss?
Welcome back.
Holy shit, are we down to the last 3 competitors?
Yeah.
And Humboldt is eliminated, so we are guaranteed.
I noticed that. Humboldt's is gone, so we're guaranteed a brand new Grand Prix champion. Seth Rollins, Damian Priest, and Mick Marvel, the television champion in there. Interesting. What the hell was Damian Priest thinking right there? Landed, but nobody home, Damian Priest did. Anyways, I should actually take this opportunity to finish that list. We still have a couple people left on that list. 2, actually, exactly 2. So, next person on the list is Vader. And, of course, we talked about him in the last list as well. So this is best WWE heel champions, Glenola.
Okay.
So Vader was one of the most important heels for WCW in the main event picture. The time without Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan saw Vader stepping up as the top heel to feud with big names like Sting, Ron Simmons, and Cactus Jack. The return of Flair saw him playing a face during his feud with Vader for the WCW Championship. Vader was a dominant heel that made fans really behind Flair more in his big return. The legacy of Vader as WCW champion saw him peaking as a talent in helping others get over. I liked Vader, period, anyways. You know, for a big guy, man, could he ever wrestle well? You know, he could fly off the ropes. He could do it all. So I was always a big Vader fan. And I do remember the feud between him and Ric Flair. It was a very, very good feud. Very enjoyable. It was a great payout as far as matchup goes for the championship eventually. So,
Vader could tell a great story.
No, he absolutely could, yeah.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Vader for years. And it was even fun when he acted on a sitcom.
Yeah.
For those of you who aren't aware, he made a couple appearances on Boy Meets World.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, there was a guy, Frankie, I believe was the character's name, that was supposed to be his son.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Interesting.
He was one of the school bullets. Very big kid, you know. And yeah.
Oh my God, Mick Marvel just knocked out Seth Rollins. It is down to Priest and Marvel. I mean, if Marvel completes his campaign here, he could become a double champion. First time in his career. This is crazy. Anyway, so what were you saying, Glenola?
I was just saying, that on the show he was supposed to be the father, but he even wore the mask. I mean, it wasn't just, this guy's acting. It was Vader.
Yeah. They keep talking about heel versus face and referring to Ric Flair as a face. I don't think Ric Flair was ever really a face. Crowd behind him during the Vader situation, yes. But, I mean, he was either take on anybody or a full-blown heel. That I remember. I don't remember him ever. Yeah.
There's a reason he's called the dirtiest player in the game.
That's what Oni said. That's exactly what Oni said, and that's correct. So I don't know why they keep saying that in different articles and really trying to push the fact that he was some sort of face wrestler, but he never was. Never really was.
And he throws the opposition back into the ring.
All right, what do you guys think? Damian Priest or Marvel here?
Firm control.
You're going to say Marvel becomes a double champion?
I was right last time, wasn't I?
Fair. Yeah, you were. You were. Wow. Or we're not. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the match and new Grand Prix Wrestling Champion, representing the Judgment Day, Damian Priest. Your new Grand Prix Wrestling Champion. Humboldt has been dethroned. Wow. Congratulations to the Judgment Day and Damian Priest. Didn't expect that one. If I was a betting man, I would have lost yet again. I mean, I was thinking it'd be nice to see Humboldt win, even though Oni and I both decided it was kind of a tall ladder for him to climb, considering you know, who he was going to be in the ring with tonight. But I never would have guessed Damian Priest walked away with the Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. That's friggin' crazy. All right, so that is the end of World War III Live. We have one go-home happy match, and it is being... Oni, did you still want to go with Shayna Baszler challenging Roxanne Riley?
In the fight pit, yes.
In the fight pit. Okay. So, main show is over. And, of course, we'll see each other again. I'm thinking it might be Wednesday for episode number 30 of YTD Live. And then, of course, Wrestle Wars Genesis will go live at its regular scheduled time on Saturday.
Welcome back, Strives.
But what an afternoon of matches from the Tone Center, which was the Legends Championship match, the return of the Nightmare Damien challenging the one Elijah Archer for the Legends Championship, right through to the Grand Prix Wrestling Championship matchup. We just saw Humbles dethroned by Damian Priest. Absolutely fantastic afternoon. But let's move on to the go-home happy match.
Out to eliminate him.
Here we go.
And I'm just going to invite everybody, after this match is over, I'm planning to go live on my channel on Twitch if you guys wanted to come over.
Sounds good. I'll have a little bit of post-show maintenance to do, but other than that, I'll be lurking.
MOGIs, I am
but here we go.
Yet.
Go-home happy match of the evening. And it's going to be a fight pit match. Redeemed by Team Infinite Oni. Actually, I think it's under the fight pit.
Hey, Sir Jack, if you're not happy, which one are you?
Why can't
That's a good question.
Have nice things? MOG pleading face.
All right, so here we go.
We get to spend time with Glenela after the show. MOG
Shayna Baszler representing the Bullies.
MOG raising hands, medium skin tone. MOG raising hands, medium skin tone.
Taking on the new reigning defending Women's Grand Prix Wrestling Champion, Roxanne Riley. And she is also the reigning defending TWA Women's Television Champion. I mean, if you're the Wolfpack gals, you're thinking, damn, I can't believe we lost her at this point. She's doing remarkably well.
Actually, overall, we're happy for her, except she kind of pissed off a few people from the way she left.
And here we go. Final match of the afternoon. And then again, we'll see each other Wednesday for YTD episode number 30. TWA episode number 513, and then Saturday, regular scheduled programming and time for Wrestle Wars Genesis as we continue the road to TWA Revolution. Here we go. Shayna Baszler, Roxanne Riley, let's go. And what do you think about this one, Glenola? Shayna Baszler or Roxanne Riley?
You know, I'm going to go with Roxanne Riley.
You're going with Roxanne Riley?
Yeah.
And Oni, what about you? You think Roxanne can retain that title after just winning it, or is she going to lose in the fight pit to Shayna Baszler? Now, for anybody that doesn't know the fight pit, the only way to win inside the four sides of steel is submission or knockout, or technically TKO as well. Sometimes the referee, if their eyes roll back in their heads, they call it. They don't mess around with any CTE problems in the future.
She's a feared MMA grappler.
Think Roxanne's going to pull it off? I mean, it's definitely Shayna's element. But I have a feeling that Roxanne Riley is probably on the high of her life right now. Double champion, TWA television champion. She just beat the coldest bitch on the planet, one of the best in the world, in January for the YTD Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. Interesting.
Roxanne Riley beat January in her element.
That's true. That is true. Beat her in a ladder match. Not many people have ever beaten January in a ladder match. I mean, how many people have beaten January, period, for that matter. But in a ladder match specifically, she was the queen. The ice queen of ladders.
When the mouth guard goes in, the lights go out for her opponent.
And, you know, of course, Yeah, if Roxanne has heard about what happened to Life, well, she might be a little pissed off and want to take it out on somebody.
Interesting that she chose to wear the television championship.
Green Bay with
It's not a ladder match.
Roxanne.
So there's well, I know why. Well, of course not. Yeah, because
highly anticipated title defense in recent memory.
Just wants to prove to everybody that she has not one but 2 championships. Not one but 2. Former member of the Wolfpack Gals. Now, apparently, according to recent vignettes, going to be a part of the Blade Runners, which is odd to me because, you know, there was the whole family rivalry with, including Mrs. Archer, into the Blade Runner. She wasn't a Blade, and they've slowly pushed her out. Well, and of course, Mrs. Archer agreed to walk away to prevent any future chaos within the family. But suddenly, Roxanne Riley gets dragged in. I just have to mention she's not a Blade either. So, a confusing family they are, indeed. Much like, you know, the Wolfpack, the entire Wolfpack, confusing, crazy, maniacal.
Well, I'm starting to hear rumors that not everybody's happy with it.
With this
Talking about Roxanne Riley walking away.
No, with her joining Blade Runners.
Well, again, after the other debacle, I'm surprised they're okay with it.
Well, that's the thing. I'm hearing there's some pushback
This right here is a championship
within the family.
Yeah, I mean, once a title match is called by yours truly,
that'd
you
be
know
like
it finally matters.
January joining the Horseback
You're
Girls.
certainly not Mr. Modest today, are you, Corey?
I don't know who the Horsepack is, but
It's a joke.
I think just about any, I think about anybody would be happy to get January in their faction.
Brawling, scratching, doing whatever it takes. She will not let this match end.
I just did. Sorry, talking to the wife. She was recording me as I was talking to you guys and watching the match at the time, and she put it on Instagram.
She's taking some big hits here.
How rude. But anyways, so here we go. Match underway. Fight pit rules. Again, if anybody is not familiar with the fight pit, the only way to win is submission, KO, or TKO inside the 4 sides of steel. What I couldn't remember if it was 1 fall or 2. I feel like it was 1.
The heel hook stretch.
I feel like it's 1. I think the regular lockdown is 2 out of 3 falls.
Baszler with the legs crossed.
Either way, we're going to find out.
Figure 4 leg snap.
But I do expect Roxanne Riley to walk out victorious here. We shall see, though. Again, I was saying it earlier, this is Shayna Baszler's element, the fight pit. Oh my God! Shayna Baszler dropped Roxanne Riley like a bad habit there. Look at that. Oh my Jesus Christ. You know, here we are. I'm talking up I'm not Shayna Baszler. I'm talking up Roxanne Riley, and Shayna Baszler currently in the middle of opening a can of whoop ass here. Uh-oh. Oh, that is cheating. That is so not cool. I mean, that's elements of Wolfpack right there. You know, I thought she left the Wolfpack, and she's still playing the dirty old tricks that the Wolfpack like to play. Credo Farmer does it. Countless Dex has done it. Like, countless others. She definitely learned well from the Pack, little. Definitely learned well from the Pack.
Good.
I'm starting to think that Roxanne Riley gave a little too much in her last matchup because Shayna Baszler looking good in there, Oni.
Yep.
Oh, out the back door goes Baszler. Can you imagine? Roxanne Riley wins and loses the Grand Prix Championship in less than an hour. That would be crazy. Definitely possible, though. And Shayna's unloading, so I don't know. Riley bitch slaps her, but Baszler with an elbow to the face. These guys are just going back and forth. The struggle for control is real, folks. rolling neck snap.
She has Baszler right where she wants her.
And Roxanne Riley looks like she's measuring her up here, setting her up. Oh! Double underhook DDT. And she's not done. She's going for it again. 2 in a row. But Baszler still in it to win it. Riley's like, fuck this. I'm going for a submission. Fujiwara armbar locked in tight. Baszler still fighting, though. She's not ready to quit yet.
This is going to be bad.
She's not ready to quit, and she is. Look at this. Yo. Wow.
She's lucky she got out in time.
I don't even know what to say right now. Other than the fact that, I mean, let's face it, I mean, if you've ever faced January before, you know that you're going to take some bumps, some bruises, get a little battered, fatigued. Guarantee she's all of that. And still tossed into a fight pit match against Shayna Baszler. And again, this is her element. The mixed martial arts world is her element. And she is looking good in there.
Baszler turns it around. Another reverse.
But it is back and forth, so I don't know. I just don't know about this one, guys.
Well, Mike did say that Roxanne has an MMA background as well.
Resiliency, you have to give him that.
It's true. Now, whether or not it's an extensive of a background as Shayna Baszler, I don't know. But you can see it in her repertoire that she's very good at striking.
Well, some experience is better than no experience, so. Especially with a veteran like Shayna Baszler.
Point on this. Driving the elbow. Shayna Baszler's defense is being whittled down.
Baszler's toughness needs to kick in here.
Riley measuring her up again here. Shayna out. She sneaks out and evades again.
Can she capitalize?
Man, such a back and forth contest. It would have been interesting to see who people bet on if we were able to have betting lines for this one.
Yeah.
Did I share a bell ring?
Oh, this looks familiar.
No.
I don't know either.
Using ropes for a momentum.
Yo!
Safe from
A standing vertical moonsault from Roxanne Riley.
She's trying one more time.
And she's going for the double underhook DDT again. Nails it, and that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the fight pit matchup and still Women's Grand Prix Wrestling Champion from Team Life is Great. It is Roxanne Riley, the newest member of the Blade Runners. And she is your newest defending Grand Prix Wrestling Champion. She's a double champion. She's also the TWA Women's Television Champion. So congratulations to Team Life is Great and Roxanne Riley. But folks, that is it. That is all for episode number 512 and episode 29 for World War III Live. Again, we'll see each other Wednesday night for episode number 30 of YTD Live. We continue the road to TWA Revolution right into this Saturday's Wrestle War Genesis. And we're going to have some Faction Wars, Tag Team Wars. We still have some vacant junior titles heading into the next big SPV of 2023, so we're going to have to take care of that at some point. But it is that time of the day. You do not have to go home. You do have to get the fuck into my channel, though. Goodbye.
Have fun, everybody.